Football is back, ladies and gentlemen, which now means it's time to get your team's football shirt. But I'm not trying to pay £120 for a football shirt. I'm just saying. But I have found the solution for myself and for you, the lovely audience of the Don Husam channel, with your own coupon promo code. And this is the solution, ladies and gentlemen. All you've got to do is just go to okjersey.com. As you guys can see, all the options are there. Of course, I'm a Liverpool fan, you guys already know. And then this is the shirt. Look how amazing it looks. I'm just gonna go pick my size, and then after that I'm gonna choose the Premier League patch. And listen, I'm too old to be putting any player names on the back, so I'm just gonna get it as it is. I'm gonna click add to cart, view cart, and this is the same thing that you guys do on any website. You proceed to checkout, you fill in all your information, and then after that, coupon code Husam. When you click this coupon code, you get a 8% discount. Enjoy shopping, guys. Guys, life is a humbler.
I'm glad you like them.
Yo, where are we going?
Hey,
Life is a humbler, guys. I've been humbled by life. Such is the current situation, ladies and gentlemen.
Show your
We
face.
have lost 4 games in a row. I now feel what Flawless has felt like. I now feel what Dio felt like when Arteta first walked in. And now I feel what Lewis felt like during the Potter era. Such is life.
No, say the Poch era, Mr. Oh, when everyone plays badly, it's on the manager.
He got you there. I can't lie, man. He's got you there. He's
All
got
these Liverpool fans sounded like me in 2024.
It's bad, yo.
Oh, fuck.
He's
Are
like,
you done
Lewis,
making it about you? Are you
good,
done
Lewis,
making
yeah.
it about you?
You brought me up.
Anyway, big up the only other loser with me. Are you done making it about you?
You brought me up. I was just going to sit back.
Blessings, Jay. Big up that.
I didn't bring you up. I said in the Potter year.
How you doing, Jay?
Did you not say my name?
No, I said during the Potter
You
era.
didn't
Yeah,
say
you
my
did.
name.
You
Yeah,
said
this
how
is
Lewis
why you're a
feels. You
bigger
mentioned his
gaslighter
name.
than beta. Fraud.
You said Lewis how he felt when Potter was the manager. You did mention the word Lewis. You said his name.
Pochettino should not be sacked. They could lose the next 5 games, and I would still say Pochettino should not be sacked.
Anyway, guys,
Long week.
Watch out.
make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. Hit the like
These men are
button.
this close to doing the slot out thing again, though. They're this close.
Bro, listen, you don't speak for me, Habib. I never said that word. You get me?
No, no.
I'm innocent.
Never
I'm
said
innocent.
those words.
I'm innocent.
You
Anyway, big up to all of you guys.
Round, you
Already
know that.
300 people in the building. Let's get the likes up early. Subscribe to the channel. No power cut on this stream. You get me? Love you all. Anyway, guys, there is only one place to start. And I'm gonna let the guy, you get me, who won at Anfield speak. Hi, Mr. Flawless.
What's going on, Husam, man? I've not actually had a chance to like check your match reaction, so I actually don't know like your full thoughts. I have an idea, but I don't actually know your full thoughts. I'm interested to see what you've got. Very interested to see what you've got to say in this section. Same with all the other Liverpool content creators. I've not managed to check out and watch everyone's content, so I'm gonna do that today because that'd be good. Because you lot are in meltdown. Yeah, in regards to the game, though, obviously ecstatic to get the win. Any win at Anfield, despite the performance, despite when it is or what's going on with Manchester United, is fantastic. You lot are numero uno up. I've been saying this. That's just for me. As much as I crash on Arsenal and City and Leeds, you lot are number 1 up at the top of the list. So to go there and win, especially in that fashion as well, over the moon. Now, when I say that in regards to, I've mentioned many a time on this channel about Manchester United just not competing and just rolling over and just playing dead. We actually went and competed. We actually went and give you lot a game. And lo and behold, we played well. We actually created some chances against you lot. We actually got the ball on the deck. So yeah, over the moon. And then to see the fallout, oh, it's beautiful. Because the crash out has been greater than I expected from you lot. It has been absolutely phenomenal. Because not only is one thing going there and winning is fantastic.
I saw you guys watching my watch along and back again. I'm gonna hit troops with copyright infringement, the little bum. Troops. You have enemy forever, troops. I'm gonna cook your ass as well. This fraud was calling me. Did I call you when Subslide scored the free kick, troops? I'm gonna cook your ass. Go ahead, Flood.
So we was watching it, so that was great. Someone had sent me that before back again. It was like, yeah, Husam's crashing out, so like I say, I gotta go back and watch that in full as well. But yeah, the fact that it's 4 losses in a row for Liverpool, 3 in the league, the fact that you lot Van Dijk was at fault for a goal, beautiful. That is great, because he always seems to like escape criticism. Even when he's fully, I've seen other people try and blame other people for that goal. Like, try blame Kanate, try blame the referee. It's like, yo, and Bremo hit the deck, got up and ran past you. Run. Like, what are we talking about here? It wasn't solely his fault, but he's at fault there. Criticize him. Because if that's Kanate, he's number 1 enemy. That's all you're seeing. But because it's Van Dijk, it's like, nah, we're going to leave the criticism alone. But like I was saying, the fact that you lot are chasing down the Premier League title, trying to get together for the Champions League as well, and it's 4 losses in a row is beautiful. And hearing Slot out, it's fantastic. The fact that that's a conversation 8 games in is absolutely beautiful. And I lost to us, not a surprise that conversation is happening, even though it shouldn't be, because we're only 8 games in. But yeah, like I said, all in all, great. Enjoyed yesterday. Enjoy the rest of the week in regards to, I can't stand you lot. So winning at Anfield, especially because it's so unexpected as well. Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Oh, it's just
go on.
Fuck you, Flawless.
Good synopsis. I
appreciate it.
Fuck you, Flawless, and fuck that badge you're wearing.
What you say?
Sorry. I was just wondering, because when you conceded a goal, and you were maybe justifiably, maybe a little harshly critiquing Bruno. I just wanted to make sure that you had a couple of sloppy passes in the second half, but all in all, top performance. Great goal. I know there was a pause, so I just wanted to jog the old memory rather than
that's fine, because I didn't get to the individual standpoint. I know everyone, because I know people here, I know you lot want to crash on Liverpool. I want to hear from Husam. I'm sure the chat want to hear from Husam to cook him as well. But from an individual perspective, I'll start with the midfield. Both Bruno and Casemiro, that's the best they've played as a duo. Because I'm always concerned about our midfield. Bruno was good yesterday. Again, no foolishness. There was no Hollywood passes. There's a couple times where we got caught on the ball because of his lack of like balance and agility. But all in all, the only thing I heavily criticize him for is missing a chance, because he should have scored that. And that's testament to him, because that's what I'm like, Bruno's scoring that. If you freeze frame that, I'm like, he buries that. He should score that. Other than that, was disciplined, didn't leave Casemiro isolated. Props to him. No complaints. Same way he was good against Sunderland as well. And if he plays more, I'm like that. If somebody plays well, who I've heavily criticized, I will give you praise. And that's not just him, that's the team. And this is why I'm so critical, as I say this all the time. Manchester United can compete with anybody in the league. Not win, compete. There's no one that in this league we should be rolling over to, and it's an easy game against us. Yes, there's teams that are better than us. Even if you think there's 6 teams, you can think there's 10 teams better than us. Cool. However many. My point is, go to places like Anfield and compete. Whenever anyone comes to Old Trafford, compete. But yeah, Bruno and Casemiro, no complaint yesterday from those.
And finally, to Flawless and the panel, as a transition question, as we go more into Liverpool, I saw an interesting quote or Twitter post where they said Slot is very similar to Rodgers in terms of Rodgers had that first season. He had Suarez, who was absolute lights out. Then Suarez left the following season. This following season, obviously, Salah's form is a little less. So obviously, you're not as bad as that team. But then obviously, Rodgers never had all-timers. At what point do you think Liverpool should be worried about their form? Like, at what level and point are you thinking?
Now?
Like, okay, now.
Losing to us, like that's anyone who I think was like, all right, we're gonna turn this around, it's gonna click. I'm saying this as a Manchester United fan. They should not lose to us at home. If alarm bells weren't ringing for you before, they should be ringing now. Because everything going into that game, outside of their form, was in their favor. And that was the talk before the game was, this is going to be the catalyst for Liverpool to get their season back on track and kick on. I was expecting to see a much better Liverpool. What we did to them in the first 2 minutes with Mbeumo scoring, I would have thought happened on the flip side. And they would have scored early. And then they would have been on it. And yeah, alarm bells, it's ring the alarm. Like, what's the code? Like the coding has the different colors. This, whatever the code red, this is the bright red. flashing like this is oh my
that text message to the nation, that kind of energy.
yes, it's that type of energy. Yes, and I'm not saying you should be saying slaughter. I think that's crazy, but you have to start critiquing not just him but certain players very heavily, and the manager has to make some form of serious changes, and whether that's a formation change or personnel, but something. He can't line up against Frankfurt with that same lineup.
Lewis,
he can't then
go. I was just saying, Lewis, what do you think about Arne Postecoglou?
Oh, no, save for the 3 points again, man. Appreciate it, man. Off your fuck. I ain't seen the celebration in a while, so I'll run it here. Off your fuck. No.
He said Arne Postecoglou, you fraud.
Oh, I only heard the Postecoglou part, so I'm thinking of 3 points. It's the same thing for Slot. It don't matter. I get 3 points off.
It's subtle, Husam, so it takes a little. It's one of those.
First of all, why are you the one with the most energy? You lost to Villa, you fraud. Exactly, we're on the bottom row together.
It's that ain't no together. Your loss is worse. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? There's levels to this. There's levels because we're quick to say Spurs are irrelevant. Nobody cares about Spurs.
Okay,
and this is what it is.
Obviously, we're a bit boring. We did.
No. I don't want to talk about
Spurs.
Spurs.
Like my thing is
exactly
like
that's why it's different. You don't want to talk about Spurs.
Oh, you just wanted to deflect. Okay, you just wanted to deflect a little bit.
Cheeky deflection,
a little bit.
10 seconds.
Yeah, just get the foot off the neck a little bit. But okay, let's back to Liverpool.
Cheeky deflection, 10 seconds, nothing crazy.
Yeah, no, I love that. Give yourself a chance to breathe. We were on the show, and I remember you saying about you were gonna. Because I wasn't here last week, but the week before, I remember you saying you're gonna beat United, and I remember thinking, I'm not sure. You know, a little bit like the we spoke about the quality of Liverpool's team now, yeah, and we look at Liverpool, we say Isak, yeah, look at Isak. What's going on with Isak? Lewis, could you do the thumb thing that I'm not seeing at the moment? There you go. What are we missing? What is going on at Liverpool up front? Like, I want to understand in the chat from Husam. This is a £125 million striker plus VAT, who you guys said was better than Haaland, better build-up play by Haaland, more involved, see him explode at a big club. What's going on, guys? Like, I'm not even trying to cook Isak. I'm just like, what's going on? Like, one goal, being subbed when the team's desperately looking for a goal. He doesn't look fit. He was blowing out his arse 35 minutes into the game. He was literally visibly struggling 35 minutes into the game. Yeah. But despite that, he starts over Ekitike, who was fairly integral in your team's earlier wins this season. So why are you playing somebody into form? Is it hierarchical? Is it you got to play the £125 million man? Because I just don't understand. For everything we say about Wirtz, we should say just as much about Isak, seeing as he is Prem proven. He said he was ready for the spotlight. He said when he's going on strike at Newcastle, when he's like, I'm going to a place where I'm meant to be. Yeah, he thinks he's meant to be the main man at a top club. And the lights are a little bit bright for him at the moment. It's a little bit bright for him at the moment, Husam. I need to understand from you what you think is going on here.
I'm speaking last on this topic. I'm letting you guys get to
what bullshit? Whoa. All right, we're gonna address that when you get to it. There ain't been no bullshit from here. Jay. Are you talking about what bullshit? We ain't even been.
Dio hasn't spoke yet, flawless. You don't know what Dio.
I know Dio's gonna. He's very. I know Dio's analysis of it is gonna be right. But to Jay's point about before you bring up the share screen about Jay's point about Isak with form, because he is 100 and odd million. You have to play him. The fact that the manager took him off is crazy. Yes, he wasn't playing too well. Yes, he should have scored, but you play him. He's 100 and odd million. Why is he coming in clutch time? Why is he coming off? Like someone made that point on my channel yesterday. I can't remember who it was, but imagine Golden State Warriors are playing and it's the last few seconds of the game and Steph's not in the game. Are you crazy? What are we doing? This is Isak.
Yeah, again, flawless.
Hold on. Sam, can you share screen, please?
Yeah.
Because this was the energy we saw when Isak first joined.
Oh my.
We are going to cook everyone. We are gonna cook everyone. We are gonna cook everything. We are destroying every single person in this league.
Did you mean about your own players?
You know,
I didn't
crazy.
expect 4 L's after you got Isak. You got more L's than a town in Wales, bro.
That's nice.
What's going on, mate?
You know, see here, look.
Go ahead, Dio.
After the loss, I've heard a lot of Liverpool fans say it's the system, it's the manager. I agree with you. Two things can be true.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
You went to Adrian, bro.
Two things can be true, right? It could be the system, which is one, but at what point do your players hold responsibility? Isak is a proven striker. He's not a guy. Ekitike, who came from Germany, is outperforming him on the pitch. So I don't want to hear it's a system thing when Ekitike is functioning in that system and putting the ball in the back of the net. That system is so bad, but people like Ekitike or even Gakpo in his bad form is putting the ball in the back of the net in that same so-called bad system, right? Yet, we don't want to hold Isak responsible, or Wirtz, or now Mo Salah. If he gives 50% of what he did last season, he scores half the goals that he has missed this season already. If he just gives 50%, regardless of what the system is, the players that you guys put out there were good enough to beat that United team. That was the same United team that played Grimsby Town, the exact same squad. That United team that you see, that you played yesterday, is the team that played Grimsby Town. For you to tell me that when I start hearing, oh, it's the system, it's the manager, it's Arne Slot. Yes, overall, when a lot of players are performing badly, you can say it's the manager. But the quality of players that you have in that squad.
Even Flawless agreed last time. So why are you guys changing now?
No. What I'm saying is the quality of players that you have in that squad, regardless of. Again, I have seen.
That's just not objective football talk, though.
No. See. Again. So, are you telling me that the?
I watched yesterday Madrid Getafe. Let me tell you something. I watched yesterday Madrid Getafe. Let me tell you something right now. I watched Madrid against 9 men Getafe. They got 2 players sent off, and their system is so shit at Real Madrid. And I mean this seriously. That I don't think that like any football club.
That's not. You're missing.
Like that's serious. Will have a problem.
I'm talking about Husam. Let's not do this.
And they have even better players than us.
I am talking about the quality. We're talking about the Premier League here. You arguably have the best right winger in the Premier League. Yes or no? Mo Salah, right? You arguably have the best centre back. You arguably have the best individual centre back in the Premier League. Virgil van Dijk. Yes or no? We're looking at coming off the last season and all the results, right?
After yesterday, he's 20.
Listen. You have Alisson, the best goalkeeper. Yes, he wasn't in post yesterday, but the truth is you have enough quality in that squad to have put the ball in the back of the net. You created 5 big chances and you scoffed 4 of them. United, as horrible as they are, created 5 big chances too, and they only scoffed 3. United missed 3 of their 5 big chances. You missed 4 of your 5 big chances. So missing those big chances in such a terrible system, where do the players hold responsibility is what I'm asking you. Because you can't just say it's the manager's system. Only the system caused it. Are you saying Arne Slot has implemented the system so bad that it has taken Mo Salah from the records that he broke last season to become a League 2 player? Is that what we're saying? That he literally implemented the system that is making Isak like. So what do you say?
I think so, Dio. I think you answered your own question. I think so.
No. So are you saying the players have no quality then?
He kind of did answer his own question.
No. That means the
players have quality. No, the players do have quality. Yes, the players do have quality.
If a system can change your quality from good to trash, then you have no quality. If a system can change, if a system can change your quality, Husam,
Flawless and Lewis will tell you this right now.
Husam, if I take
they've had really bad systems over the last 3 years, 4 years.
Let me ask you a question.
They've experienced some of their best players be trash. They'll tell you.
Let me ask you a question. If I take $100 bill and I squeeze it, is it still $100 bill?
That's great, but $100 bill is not expected to dribble past.
No. That's my point. Mo Salah is Mo Salah. I expect him to score those goals that he missed.
That's just scored. Yes,
those are his signature moves. I will not put that on Arne Slot.
That's like movies.
I will not put Gakpo's header that was directed at the goalpost where he decides to scuff it down on Arnie's slot. That's
Maybe no one is saying this. No one is saying this. The
I'm
problem,
saying
the thing you
I'm
need to.
saying that's
I'll
what I
let
heard.
you finish and then I'll speak after.
I'm saying that's what I heard from a lot of Liverpool fans after the game. Oh, it's Arnie's slot system. Yes, the system is bad, but that system created 5 big chances that your players, with the quality that they have, did not put in the back of the net. So at what point do the players hold responsibility for being that crap on the pitch? That's my question. Like, at what point do you also hold your players responsible?
And
You
as
want to hold the
should, because
system.
the players
Yeah,
are-
you want to hold the system responsible. I get that. Fair enough. I would say Arnie Slot might have bad tactics, bad whatever. He doesn't know how to put the pieces together. But then that same bad system created 5 big chances against United, 4 of which your quality players scoffed.
But I think where the issue lies is even though they should have, you're right, Dio, like in regards to not just the it's up, but I think Liverpool's is 2 things. Liverpool fans' criticism of Slot isn't just from the Manchester United game. And yes, they did miss those chances, but those players shouldn't be out there. Gakpo should not be starting. Salah should not be starting. I think that's where people's issues lies. Those players should not be starting because they've been performing poor. Gakpo scored yesterday. Yes, he was horrendous. Let's not act like because he scored the goal. He was dreadful.
This is where it goes the other way around because they'll criticize for that, but Salah, then they'll criticize him for taking Salah off when they were chasing a goal. It's like Salah was garbage all match.
Yeah, you shouldn't have been starting, is the point. I mean, yeah.
Well, criticize him if he don't start, and then criticize him if you take him off and he's playing badly.
But so I think you've got a good point in terms of the. I get where Dio's coming from. I can probably lean a little bit more with Flawless, but Dio's broader point in terms of who to blame. I think for me, it's more about if you look at the team, it lacks compactness. Do you know what I mean? The team's not compact. It's quite easy to run through Liverpool, and so that's the manager's fault. But when you're talking about technical execution, losing your man, not defending set pieces properly, that's on the players. Because I believe if it's an issue that comes in and it wasn't used to be an issue, then it's one of these things that you got to work harder on the training ground to mitigate it further because it's clearly becoming an issue. So again, moves back. It's like a pendulum. Swing the blame swings both ways. If you're losing 4 games, it's never just one particular thing. Do you know what I mean? There's different issues that are factoring in together that are causing it. For me, if you looked at the players individually, the blend isn't right. So if you think about Slot last season, Liverpool inverted a fair amount last season. Yeah. This season, Kirkes isn't a great inverter. His strength last season was bombing on, overlapping. You've taken away one of his key facets in terms of his skill set. You got Frimpong as well. If you play Frimpong and Kirkes, who sits back? Because neither of them are a natural sit back and make it into a back 3 kind of thing. There's that to me there's logic in terms of who you bought. There's logic in terms of how you're setting up. Could Liverpool? And then you look at the Isaks and you're like, the whole point about when you want to buy a player to upgrade on Nunes is that when you get these chances, these one-on-ones, these things like that, the player needs to be taken. Because if the player doesn't take them, then what was the point? Because you're always saying that Nunes is missing chances. Nunes is doing this. Nunes is doing that. If you don't score the goals that Nunes wasn't scoring, your overall is a downgrade because Nunes was chaos. His major issue was scoring. Other than that, he normally had a positive impact on the pitch. He normally added value to how the team was playing. Bar consistent.
Later, just appear on the screen, please. We ain't trying to do all that extra today.
Yeah, so it's
I want to hear the intro.
No, I'm going to hear the intro. Hey,
sorry, can you guys let Jay? Can we let Jay finish? Can we let Jay finish cooking? Jay was cooking. When Jay is done, we will then.
I was getting HD. What the fuck?
Huh?
Facts? Yo, Dio, you get Dio. Hey, Dio, I don't know what you do for day job, but bring me in, all right? Because I don't know what's going on over there, but you got money up. That upgrade is A1. No,
there's just two different cameras. Please, I beg, Jay, finish.
Yeah, so just to finish on it, it's like
you guys said let him intro himself, so I put him for the screen.
Silence. Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Vader games.
Copyright
to infringement. Man, what are you telling me?
Copyright infringement. Jay-Z's coming for you.
Woo! Oh, listen. This This is a great show, by the way. Hit the like button. Thank you, Husam. You know, top row. You know what it is. There should be 4 of us up there, but I know you got to change with the panelists. You got to talk to your people backstage. This is the conversation we're here for. This down there, that's the face. That's the face that we're all here for. Now,
I won't interrupt you once unless you lie. If you lie on my name, I'll interrupt. Other than that, you can speak for 10 hours. Go ahead.
Listen, I don't lie, but you interrupt regardless. And Jay, you were breaking things down. You were being so articulate, and you were talking facts. But now's not the time. I'm sorry. Now is not the time.
Take the baton. Take the baton. Bring us home. Final leg.
There you go. There you go. I got it. Listen, Don Husam, and Don doesn't like when I talk about other people. I say Judge Mo, I say Professor Hamza, but for some reason when I say Professor Hamza, it's triggering. Don Husam, this man, great channel. Subscribe if you haven't. Drop the like button, people. This is what we're here for. This is what we're here for, to have the tough conversations. Listen, this display behind me is not by accident. This man was fraudulent. He's quick to tell me I don't know ball. He's quick to tell me I don't know football. I don't know history. You know how difficult it is to go back to back? And you talk like it was simple. That clip that Lewis, Carefree, my blue brother Lewis, pointed out with you guys talking reckless about, we're going to cook everything. You disrespect the league. You disrespect every person on this panel.
Hey,
because
remember
nothing.
The quote, I have my feet up.
Feet up. Exactly. His feet were up.
Remember when you said Reece James better than Hakimi? Where's
And I stand by it, man. He dragged his balls over Hakimi's face in the World Cup final. Hold that. Go on.
It wasn't actually a World Cup final. It wasn't.
Wow.
Oh, no, sorry. Gusto did. He played on the right.
Wow.
Sorry,
the point is, you disrespected how difficult it is to win in this league because of how simple it looked last season. But we were all not up to speed last year. Dio fell off. I fell off. And the challenges that really required for you to really show that you deserved that title wasn't there. So you thought, oh, this is easy. Let me break the transfer record twice. Oh, I'm breaking the transfer record twice. I'm winning this thing. My feet are up. I'm gonna cook everything. This is where you were wrong. This is where you, apparently knowing ball, were clueless. You should have talked to us that have won back-to-backs, not Dio, not Jay. But you should have talked to my man Flawless. You should have talked to Carefree Lewis. You should have definitely talked to me. I've won 4 in a row. I know how difficult it is. You got humbled, and it's perfect. It's perfect. Hey, I hope you can chill. I hope you can relax and know that this comes for everybody. The humbling comes for everyone. Now, just understand, your manager's being tested right now. The players that signed these big contracts are being tested right now. And the players that came in with these transfers, because I know firsthand, when you come in with a big transfer over your head, the pressure's there. And it's no, oh, let's give them time. There's no, oh, are we going to have the Verts conversation again? Yes, we're going to have it again. It was a record transfer. Are we going to talk about Isak again? Yes. Did you pay Isak that money to look like Nunes? Because that should have been a goal.
Hey, Veta, just go on. Don't disrespect Nunes. Go on, as you were.
Whoa! Not me. Listen, you paid Isak and Verts for games like this, I was told, to be playing in the UCL. Where were they? And I don't want you saying, oh, they all look like crap. Because that's your escape. That's your out. You'll be like, they all look like crap. Let's move the conversation on to something else. No, let's talk about why they aren't performing. Let's talk about why they're not doing why they were paid to do. And Slot,
Veta, you're cooking, but just to be careful, just back up Flawless. Nunes will definitely have at least 2 goals so far this season.
I agree. So when he says don't disrespect Nunes, I hear it, but I didn't even want to take it there because these guys will be quick to tell you, no, we want Nunes.
But Veta, take it there because people were quick to downplay Nunes everything he did outside scoring goals. It was all right for Nunes to be absolutely trash.
Yes.
Because feel free to take it there as well, man. Because
we should take it there. You're right. We should take it there.
I'm with it.
Players you ran out and would cuss every reaction. Husam himself want to talk about donkeys and all this kind of stuff. Those same breakdowns, you for some reason don't want to mention it with your record transfers. All I ask for, Don Husam, you got the title Don. Be consistent. Have the same energy for your players. Big price tag or not. So Salah looked like he played for a contract last season. Isak made this move not recognizing if you make this move, you got to hit the ground running. There's no adjusting to the Prem. The bly that you're giving Wirtz, oh, he's got to adjust to the Prem. Do not ever compare Wirtz to KDB. Do not ever compare Wirtz to Henry. Don't do that. Thierry Henry, do not compare. Oh, they all had poor starts. Stop it. Because if you're saying that, you're expecting them to cook like those guys did.
Don't even compare him to Palmer or the Liverpool.
Don't even do that.
Trying to run them comparisons in the
Bro,
summer, man. Do something in this island first.
Versus performances have me thinking that James Maddison would have a statue in Germany if he.
How about you get GA? I dare you to get GA before Jot Chachimpong. Oh wait, you failed. Sorry, my bad.
Yikes. So I love how Don Husam said, you know what? I'm going to wait for the whole panelists to speak, and then I'm going to speak. I don't like that. It's your show. You run it your way. But I would have preferred you speaking first, and then us addressing what you had to say.
Because he can say what he wants to say, and then we just address him after that.
Yeah, and then you address it. What do you mean? Why you act like I'm gonna end the stream? Like he acts like I'm gonna say 2 minutes, like I'm gonna speak and then end the stream, bro. You're here. You can speak after me.
Yo, this is what A-listers used to be like.
Yeah,
this is the energy.
You guys get your stuff out the way, man. That's it.
This is the energy now.
Vader is so shameless. He's acting like I'm gonna end the stream after I speak. Habibi, there's still Spurs to speak about and your clubs, bro. Come on.
I love the fact that we'll continue to have this conversation. You're not gonna do the whole time gimmick, but I will have to say,
time. We have an hour and a half left.
Hour and a half left. Beautiful. Let's not give Don Husam the cop out that everyone looks like crap. So let's not focus on one particular player.
There's no cop out this season for you.
Speak
just
on
like
it.
Just like there's no cop out for me as well, but there's no cop out this season for you. I warned you at the beginning of the season on our first stream. I told you, I said you're 4-1 heavy, you're one calamity away in your defense from actually losing multiple games. We saw this similar type of thing begin to happen to City last season when they lost Rodri and started having issues. You haven't even lost anybody. You're unable to integrate your players. And this excuse for Isak, there's none. Isak is a proven striker. I don't want to hear he needs time to gel. He has played at Anfield before as a Newcastle player. He's played on all the pitches against all the teams, except for the ones who just got promoted from League One. Most likely, he's probably even played there when they played in the FA Cup or in the Carabao Cup. So there's no excuse for him to not hit the ground running. Vert, I can give him room and say, well, you're coming from German. No. Hear what I'm saying. You're coming from German league. Your price tag, you have to justify your price tag, but I understand integration because you come from a different league. That I can at least try to hear and then give him and say, okay, you have 6 games to integrate and then pick up from there.
Because you're a nice guy. I'm with
I'm saying 6 games to integrate and then pick up from there. What, game 10?
You're nicer than me. I don't even give him 6 games.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying game 10 now, and Wirtz is doing nothing, right? Then when you ask Liverpool fans what's going on, their first thing is Arne Slot, and I'm like, does that means you're taking away from the quality of the players that you have? You're basically saying these players have.
Okay, let me address this now. Khalas, let me speak. Look, here's the problem with you. Go ahead, Lewis.
I wanted to go just quickly because look, it's great that we're talking about the price tag and everything. I'm glad that the energy has been consistent and all of that. But can we talk about the guys that also have already been there? Like first off, McAllister looked embarrassing and decided to add the whole fucking look to it as well with that fucking swimming cap they put on his head. But he's not really my main target. I want to talk about Morata because look, he's falling under the radar a little bit.
You want to talk about who? Lewis? Who?
Morata, bruv. Okay. Because this guy is starting to look like a straight net negative to the way Liverpool are playing. I saw a stat earlier today. 1 completed dribble all season in the Prem. One completed dribble. This is a man who is struggling to beat his fullback consistently and is making wrong decision after wrong decision after wrong decision in the final third. Forget that chance that he missed. Because not only did he miss the chance, Wirtz was there for the square. You could have got rid of the 0010 thing and you could have got the equalizer and a Salah assist. And he not only was selfish, like he was in a lot of moments in that game, he put it fucking wide. Some of the crosses that I saw going into the box, yeesh. Thought I was watching OG William back at the club. But he's falling under the radar because of the big boy price tags. And I respect it because I had to defend Enzo Fernandez here on a weekly basis back in the day. But you're not fucking going anywhere after that contract. You ain't going anywhere after all the shit that I hear from Liverpool fans on a weekly basis, or not even a weekly basis. Every international break, when they start trying to run Salah Hazard gimmick, they're both good players. They're both fucking quality and have had quality careers. And you just stop being insecure for one break. It wouldn't kill you lot. But you have been straight cheeks this season. Straight off a generational season. Straight off getting your big boy price tag. Your team needs you. Your team needs you, mate. You want to wake up? Because right now you should be warming the bench. You want to call it what it is. This brother should be sitting on the fucking bench. Even if you ain't got the depth, you need to do it just to send a message. Because these performances cannot keep flying. But I got that Salah stuff out of the way. All I want to say as well, to all the Liverpool fans moan about, oh, world champions. You understand why we get to talk about it. I don't have to defend my throne every year. You have to. You have to show why you deserve that crown every season. I got it anyway. You can hold that. Now, up the Chelsea. We'll let you talk. I just wanted to get that off my chest.
You know, Flawless, I'd like to big up Flawless, you get me, because he's the only one that understood me a week ago when this whole conversation started. As we started this show, everyone has the individual that they want to talk about. Let's talk about Isak, let's talk about Wirtz, let's talk about Salah. Gakpo was crap, Flawless said, other than the goal, I agree. McAllister is crap, but he's not my target. Gravenberg was crap. Van Disney, as they're calling him online, was crap. Kerkez has been shit. Bradley was shit. Okay, we got now what, 9 bad players on the football pitch? And this is exactly why this leads me to the conversation. This is why I interrupted earlier when you guys were saying like, oh, you speaking about slot absolves the players of responsibility. Yeah, but says who though? Who's absolving players of any responsibility? You want to drop Salah? By all means, drop him. Guess what? We dropped him against Galatasaray. We still lost. You want to drop Wirtz? By all means, drop him. We dropped him against Man United. We lost. You want to drop Isak? No problem. He didn't play against Galatasaray. We lost. Whichever one you want to drop is just not working at this moment in time. That's why when you guys say, if you talk about the manager, you're absolving players of responsibility. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. But objectively speaking, I know for a fact that 9 players can't be shit out there on the football pitch. Like that's just objective reality. When 9 players look like shit, I cannot blame every single individual. I'm supposed to go around and go like, oh, you know, Isak is crap, drop him. Wirtz is crap, drop him. Salah is crap, drop him. Okay. So Slot goes with last season's midfield, and the logic for dropping Wirtz is because he's not in form. Okay, why do you start Isak then? Why don't you start Ekitike? Isn't Ekitike the man in form up top for us? Why didn't you start him? Because actually Ekitike played in the Merseyside derby with this midfield and it worked. For 45 minutes, we looked amazing. If you want to start Alexander Isak, why didn't you start Florian Wirtz with him? Because when we started both of them together, Atletico Madrid at home, 7 big chances created, Atletico had 1 big chance. Someone come say Atletico were missing players. Yeah, guess what? We just lost to Man United. We lost to Chelsea with Josh Achimpong. We lost to Galatasaray. I'm sure Atletico is better, or at least better set up to defend than these teams, given the defensive crisis that Chelsea had, or given how shit Man United are, or given how shit Galatasaray are with Davinson Sanchez. So it's not just like I'm just making up stuff. He didn't even run back that lineup once. He simply did not run back that lineup once. I've just wanted him to run back. If you want to go with last season's midfield, start with Ekitike. If you want to go with Isak up top, you have to start with Florian Wirtz. That's just the reality of the situation. And unfortunately, he's doing neither right now. So when you come here and go like, I'm absolving players of responsibility, but says who? I'm giving Salah 0 out of 10. I'm saying drop him. But what else you want me to say, though? Like, I don't get it. What do you want me to say? Sell him, get him out of my club. What do you want me to do? Of course not. I'm not going to say that about Husam. See how they interrupt? Let me speak. I didn't interrupt.
Husam, I just want to ask you something.
Salah is an all-timer player for my football club. I'm not going to come here and go like, yeah, sell him, get rid of him. It was a mistake. No, because actually, as a matter of fact, I think if we actually just play the correct system, which we did against Everton, he got an assist for the Gravenberg goal, which we did against Atletico, he got 2 GA in that game as well. He can still be effective in this team. When we talk about Isak, I want to ask the $1 million question with Isak. So we signed the £120 million player, right? We all agree here, 125 million, whatever it was, 125 million pounds. Why is it that against Man United and Chelsea, the whole game, 180 minutes, we create him 1 chance per game. Should he have scored against Chelsea? Yes. Should he have scored against Manchester United? Yes. But no striker in football history, including Ronaldo Nazario da Lima, El Fenomeno, scores 1 out of 1. Go watch, after this stream finishes, go watch 2002 World Cup final, the final where Ronaldo scored twice. Go watch how many chances he missed before he scored those 2 goals. Erling Haaland is the best striker in the league, in the world for me. I rate Erling Haaland very highly. Against Everton, they created him 5 chances, he scored 2, which is an unbelievable return. You're talking about like 30% conversion rate, which is elite return. I can't be creating Isak 1 chance per game and just coming here every day and going like, he should have scored, he should have scored. Yeah, but I only created him 1 chance though. I only created him 1 chance. And as a matter of fact, all of you, who played the pass for Isak's chance?
Was it Verts?
No, it was Konate. How pathetic is it that the most dangerous chance I created in the first half was a pass by my center back? Just deep. How much of a crisis am I in structurally for my center backs through ball to be the most dangerous chance of the whole game? Yesterday, when I was doing the watch along, I was pointing out to the guys, and the people in the chat will tell you. I was like, guys, forget the ball. Just look at all that space in midfield. You guys remember when I did the whole 1 pass is all it takes? How many passes did it take Man United for Mbeumo to be 1-on-1 with Van Dijk, or Cunha to be 1-on-1 with Konate, or one of their fullbacks to be 1-on-1 with one of our left backs? 1 pass, all it took. Is that normal? Like genuinely now, is that actually normal? Watching a team with this many players out there? The truth of the matter is, Arne Slot is putting all the wrong combinations out there, because no one's going to sit up here and claim that Isak is like not a good striker. No one's going to claim Verts is not a good 10. No one's going to claim, even if you think Salah is washed, he's not this shit, surely. Even if you don't rate Cody Gakpo, he's not this shit, surely. Even if you don't rate McAllister, surely he ain't this ass. So my point is, when everyone is not performing and everyone is playing at subpar level, you've got to look, am I putting these players, these individuals in a position to succeed? And the answer to that is no. Now, to Dio's point about the missed chances, and to all of you guys' points, and to be fair, it's a valid point. Salah should have scored. I agree. Isak should have scored. I agree. Gakpo should have scored the header. I agree. Now, let's do the other side. Bruno should have scored.
Finally, 1-0 Brentford. Fucking hell.
Bro, they scored like 10 minutes ago. Are you watching on some crazy stream, bro? What the heck? Thiago scored like 6 minutes ago, bro. What the fuck lagging stream are you watching?
How behind is my fucking Sky?
How behind are you, bro? I said Thiago scored like 6 minutes ago.
I was dropping this app yesterday and then
What's the Salah should have scored? I'm actually going to respond to you guys genuinely, objectively. And I think even you guys will agree with my explanation. Salah should have scored. True. Okay. Bruno should have scored in the first half when it was 1-0. Mount should have scored when he had the back heel right in front of goal. Cunha should have scored. Sesko should have scored. De Ligt should have scored. The header right in front of goal, by the way. Mbeumo should have scored when he was attacking. I think it was Van Dijk either in the first half or the second half, and he created a bit of space for himself and he had the shot. That's another chance right there that they should have scored. So all these moments that I remember from Man United, who flawless all season talks about their bad structure, they also should have scored. So now what?
Again, Husam, but this is what I'm saying.
Please let me land. There's a reason why I was quiet for 40 minutes.
Don't do this.
Bro, I was quiet for 40 minutes.
Don't do this.
You guys brought up so much stuff. I'm still gonna go. I'm not gonna finish.
This is disingenuous of you.
Let me finish. So here's the most damning part for me. Even if Salah scored, I can't guarantee any of you that we draw that game or win that game. Because guess what? Gakpo, when did Gakpo score? You guys know the minute that Gakpo scored in. So we're at Anfield. Man United are shit. Man United are crap. This is the worst Man United we've seen in our lifetime. Great. Cody Gakpo scored in the 78th minute. So there are 12 minutes left. 8 minutes of added time. With 20 minutes left to go, it was Manchester United that scored. But it's all about taking our chances, right? Okay, we took our chance. We still lost. And that's the overarching point here. I can't guarantee you we win the game if any of those chances were taken. I can't guarantee you that even if it was 1-1 that we go on to win the game. I can't guarantee you that if we scored earlier to win the game. But guess what? Based off of evidence, I can guarantee you if we play the correct system, the correct style, everyone on the pitch looks better. Every single person on the pitch. Now, that's not me absolving players of responsibility, but what I said pre the international break, I stick by. I think it's 80% Slot, 20% players. I do blame the players. And I said, we're playing Frankfurt on Wednesday. If you want to drop Salah, go for it. No problem. Drop Salah. play Key as a right wing. You want to drop Gakpo, play Rio left wing. You want to drop Isak, play Ktike. You want to drop McAllister, drop him. Start Curtis Jones. Actually, Curtis Jones has been good for us. You want to drop Kirkes, drop him. Start Robertson. You want to know when did we do that though? Galatasaray. We dropped everyone that was in shit form and we still lost the game. Why? Because the style and the structure doesn't put us in a position to succeed. Hence my point about this manager. Now, I'm not Slot out, because I think Slot has all the capabilities to fix this. I think Slot has all the abilities. He has everything in his hand to be able to fix this. All I'm asking for him is to simply just fix it. Put the players in the correct positions. Stop being a pussy and starting. There's no reason to start McAllister. Tell me the reason why he starts McAllister. Forget anything.
But do you see a point where you might start turning? Because I was with Monts earlier. He already said he's got 2 league games for him.
Listen, I haven't put a timestamp on it personally, just because I think it's more of a feeling thing. If I deep down feel that this guy is going to continue to be stubborn and not take us anywhere forward, I will give up. I'll completely give up. And by the way, let me give you the most damning thing, and then I'll be quiet. Arne Slot, Brentford 2-0, by the way. I know you're going to watch the goal 5 minutes from now. Thiago scored again. Let me.
There we are. There we are.
Yep. Thiago dinked the keeper just now. So, let me give you the most damning statement. You guys all agreed that we played shit against Chelsea, right? Everyone agreed that Liverpool were ass against Chelsea, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, not good.
You want to know what Arne Slot thought? You know when Arne Slot was waffling in the press conference and the post-match interviews, and he was talking about, how it's just about moments and all this type of stuff? He watched 90 minutes. He had first row seats at Stamford Bridge to that disgusting ass performance, and he genuinely deep down thought that we did nothing wrong to the level where he started the same exact team. Deep it. Lewis was mocking me in the chat.
Say that again?
No, deep it. Okay, I'll say it again. Deep it. He had first class, first row seats at Stamford Bridge to watch us get slapped by Chelsea, and decided that it was such fine margins that he really believed that we were unlucky away at Stamford Bridge, and he just started the same lineup again. You guys know this, right? He ran back the same lineup from the disgusting stuff that we did. When I was doing the tactical board stuff, Lewis was in the chat going like, look what Chelsea did to Liverpool.
What I think is crazy with that is because I think Salah had 3 clear-cut chances and then he started him as well. That's what's crazy to me. Salah ideally
talking about starting players, you are correct. If you're talking about dropping players, you're correct. If you're talking about style, system, structure, you're all correct. The only thing I think you guys have said of Shameless is the J point. Because Darwin Núñez last season in 30 games scored 5 goals, you guys. I cannot say in 8 games he could score 2 goals. As a matter of fact, Núñez is not even Al Hilal top goal scorer in the Saudi League. He's not even top 7 goal scorers in the Saudi League. So we need to stop this Núñez revisionism.
How many of those 30 games were starts?
How many of those 30 games were starts? A lot of them.
And how many? I thought Núñez playing off the left quite a few times.
And also, if you only want to count goals when he was a starter, then I'm gonna rule out the goals where he came on. Then.
Okay, I'm gonna say this then, Husam, and just in relation to Núñez. Núñez has always had excellent movement. Yeah, it's a South American thing. It's a South American attacker thing. Yeah, like the Cavani's, the Forlans, the Suarez's. It's probably a Uruguayan, Argentinian thing, even. Yeah, his movement is good. So you can make the argument about Isak not getting enough chances, but you see that run he pulled off to get the one-on-one? How often is he doing that?
The Konate one, yeah.
Yeah. So how often is he doing that? You can make the argument the ball's not coming, but how often is Isak making those runs, creating space, working hard? You got to work hard to create space for yourself to have chances. My argument is Isak working hard enough? Is he doing enough himself to create other chances, or is it just...
Do you believe Ekitike has been better than Isak?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, name the chance he created for himself when he came on.
It wasn't necessarily like the chance that he created, but for example, you can make an argument that the Gakpo header chance comes from Ekitike occupying centre backs in a better way than Isak did.
Yeah, but then that's like me saying the Gakpo chance in the first half where he hit the post comes from Isak occupying 2 centre backs, therefore Salah having the space to play the pass to Gakpo.
Yeah, of course, and you can make that argument. I'm trying to say more from the point of view of the whole point is that he cost over double what Darwin cost. So if you're gonna make the trade off from the pressing, and you can make an argument, Isak and Salah, who presses less properly? Like, would you say Isak presses more or Salah presses more?
Isak presses more, I'd say. He's a lot younger.
Okay, so, but it's not so much more where you're like, there's a massive chasm between them. You just be like, Isak presses a bit more, right?
Say that again, sorry?
You just say Isak presses a bit more.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's the same.
It's a bit, yeah? Let's say similar, yeah?
Yeah.
And one could make the argument for what Liverpool needs, Salah doesn't press enough.
Mm-hmm.
So you have two players now who don't press enough, in theory. And you gave up and lost 3 players from your squad who did press enough in Jota, Diaz, and Nunes. So if we don't get the goals from Isak, and we've lost now the pressing nature of the team, you're materially worse off by having Isak in the team than Nunes.
Okay, here's the thing. Okay, the last statement you just made is the most perfect one. You said, I lost Nunes' pressing, and therefore I'm losing an element of something in the team. Great.
Yeah.
No, now, who knew that I'm going to lose that element when we let go of Nunes? The manager. Who did we sign? Isak. Has he accommodated for him actually being on the football pitch in a way that allows him to score goals? Because guess what? We have seen so many teams before with luxury players. We have seen teams before with players that don't press that win a lot of games of football. Madrid's, Barca's, blah, blah, blah. Are we really going to sit here and act like Yamal, Rafinha, Lewandowski are all pressing from the front and blah, blah, blah? By the way, I still remember Mourinho when he was Man United manager. When we beat them 3-1, Shaqiri game, he came out after the game and he was like, Liverpool remind me of my Porto team. They leave Mane, Firmino, and Salah at halfway line, and they're ready to counterattack always. So even Klopp slyly did that. Now, is he accommodating for it? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
With that midfield, you want to know who would have worked? If we're talking football purely here, Ekitike. Why? Because Ekitike drops deep, acts like the 4th midfielder, and he takes away one of the center backs, and now Salah and Gakpo have space. If you want to do it properly, Slot. Slot, after the first goal, rattled me. He's pointing at the players and doing this. Why don't you do this? Did Frimpong call you a bald bastard in training? When he's played right back, he hasn't put a foot wrong all season. Every time he's played right back, he hasn't put a foot wrong. The only bad game he had objectively was at right wing, and he's dropped him.
Right. So just before I pass it over to the guys, like what you're saying, just to look at like the Real Madrid and stuff and things like that. It's like I think there's like a well-known football positioning where it's obviously you can be whatever team you want to be, but you can't do it all at the same time. So, for example, so you look at space. So look at how players set up on the pitch, yeah? You can set up really wide, like use the whole length and breadth of the pitch, and you can play a little bit slower, or you can be more compact and play quickly. If you try and do both, like Bielsa, Pochettino, Ange, eventually you'll kill the players. Because you can't do everything. Do you see what I mean? So you've got to be somewhat compact. So Real Madrid, for example, will play at a lower pace. So Liverpool can't do everything that they're trying to do with the players that they've got. And it's not like, oh, well, United don't press. And yeah, because stylistically, you can set up wholly to do that. But Liverpool, to me, is like they're just caught between two stools. Last season, they were a little bit more compact and they played faster. Do you know what I mean? This season, they don't seem to be doing that. So that's why you couple it with a high line, big spaces to run through, lack of pressing. It's not fatal.
The point about the pressing
Jay, if you look at that game, right?
He has to switch it up. He's the one that switches it up.
So
that's what he sort of changed. Last season. From what happened last season to now, he's made changes in what you do. And
he's made changes that have worked and haven't stuck by them, and made changes that didn't work and stuck by them. This is the one question I ask all of you. We all agreed that Liverpool played like shit away at Stamford Bridge. Guess who didn't agree? Arne Slot. He ran back the same exact team.
That's a
Are you guys crazy?
That's a
you
major
guys are gaslighting me into thinking this is not a managerial issue.
Husam.
He had front row seats to us losing to Achimpong and Badiashile at the back and ran back the same exact team. Are you mad?
Yeah. That's a problem. That is a main.
Husam,
We got abused by Chelsea and he ran back to the same exact team. What the fuck are we doing?
I've been there with managers. Trust me, you have a valid point. Other players, of course, are not, because it's like Jay mentioned earlier. It's not one thing when it's going wrong, but you have to start looking at, all right, where am I putting out blame? And yes, players need to do better, of course, because they are better than they're showing. Even if I was managing that Liverpool side, there's still a certain standard they should not drop below because the quality that is out there. But you can't have all that talent and it all looks terrible. Outside of Ekatike, everybody looks bad. You maybe throw Chiesa in that mix, but he's not played like that. So when you have Isak, Wirtz, Gravenberch, McAllister, Van Dijk, Kanate, Kirkes, Frimpong, all looking back. I'm sorry, I'm looking to my manager. I'm looking
again. I agree. Listen, I agree.
Can I
with
just
you.
say one last statement? I promise I'm going to mute my mic. One last statement. Watch this. Kirkes goes to play for Hungary. He's looking like Roberto Carlos out there with some of the crosses that he's putting out there. Virgil van Dijk is captaining Netherlands to 2 wins. Gakpo is scoring goals for Netherlands. Hell, even Salah is scoring goals. Isak, fair enough, he's struggling. Ekatike is making debut and he's scoring goals for them. McAllister, whose ass is scoring goals for Argentina. Gravenberch is getting like man of the match performances. Szoboszlai is scoring an equalizer in the last second against Portugal to keep Hungary in the qualifiers. Konate is keeping clean sheets for France. Like Bradley, as shit as he's been, is captaining Northern Ireland to a win at home to Slovakia to give them a chance to actually progress in the World Cup qualifiers. Yeah. All of these players, even for their national teams, look good. So what the fuck?
Inverting Kirkes is crazy. You know what I'm saying? That is just
again, flawless. Again, I hear you and I agree with you. The manager holds a lot here, right?
Yes.
Even in game, if you notice the game against Manchester United, I think in game his tactics need to change. You guys did not really care about winning the first ball. United was winning the second balls. United would play the ball long to Mbeumo, who's shorter than Van Dijk and Konate, knowing fully well that Van Dijk and Konate will get the ball and they win the second ball and press you. That's all United did. That's what Amorim did. If you watch that, I watched the game again just to see exactly, and I was like, they did it repeatedly. Your manager had no in-game tactics change to cancel that out. To say, when you get the ball, let's hold the ball. Win your first ball, win your second ball, hold the ball, draw United out, and then do something with it. Where I'm saying that your players hold a lot of blame as well is in the 5 big chances that you created, they should have scored it. The same 5 big chances that United created, United too should have scored it. So then you can turn around and say, this system is so whack. We're creating chances and scoring them, yet we're open enough to be scored against. This guy needs to change the system. In this way, you can, it's like, his system is so bad, it's creating 5 big chances. And you should not, at home in Anfield, as the reigning champions, be conceding 5 big chances. You should not, in the first place. That's all I'm saying. That's my take on the whole Liverpool thing. That know, again, Arne Slot, he holds
give me a percentage, Tayo, so we can agree. I just want to gauge where you're at. Give me percentage.
I would say, as a manager, I'd say 60-40 because of the quality of players that you have. The quality of players on the pitch with the caliber of players that you have, 40%, they have to hold some level of responsibility. When it comes to being able to finish the ball technically, Gakpo heading the ball into the net. I mean, he struck the bar a couple of times, and I have to give him kudos for that because he wanted to be accurate and technical, which is he was aiming for a particular place and struck the bar. That's, what players do. You try to get it to the most difficult place for the goalkeeper to be able to save it. But outside that, it's like those open chances, that's 40% on the players because that terrible system and selection and that terrible line that or players that he put, the combination that he put together created those 5 big chances. And the quality of players you have should be good enough to at least throw the ball in the back of the net from those particular chances. That's all, and that's why I said
yes. But here's the thing: it happened. So I'll address the point where you said about us conceding chances. Right? It happened. Gakpo scored. It's now the 78th minute. 12 minutes left. It's 1-1. Man United confidence is shattered. And even the commentators, when Man United didn't fold, they were, imagine how bad it is. They were giving Man United praise just for not folding. Like that's how bad Man United have been this season and under Ruben Amorim generally. They were giving Man United credit for not folding. Okay, so Gakpo scored in the 78th minute. It's 1-1. You have 12 minutes left at Anfield. Explain to me why we concede then.
Yeah, that's
Again, but I've accepted. Husam,
You're talking about clinicalness, right? Gakpo was clinical. 1-1. Now what?
Husam, I've accepted that the managerial setup, right? The way your manager set you guys up, and I told you this at the beginning of the season. I said you're one calamity away in defense from conceding many goals. Remember, I said this very first stream we ever had. I said with all the players that you're buying.
But Dyer, what's the calamity though? They've still got 4 out of the first choice.
No. When I mean calamity, I'm like the defense. Your defense outside Van Dijk, and if, like I said, if Van Dijk makes a mistake or folds or something happens with Van Dijk, that's calamity I'm talking about. Konate, I don't trust him. Kirkers and Frimpong are most likely probably going to be up in front trying to score. So by the time they're getting back, if Van Dijk makes a mistake and misses the ball, just like what happened with Mbeumo in the first minute, boom, goal. Like that's what I told him, and I said, and that's what I mean by the calamity. I'm, not that that back four is bad or whatever.
And I just think it's more about like when Liverpool already have issues. Like I think we all know like they needed time to gel up, but when you already have issues, Slot is to me exacerbating some of the issues with. If you look at Szoboszlai, he's probably Liverpool's best midfielder this season. But he's constantly being played at right back, being moved around, left side of midfield, right side of midfield, right back. I think if you're Konate and even Gravenberch and some of the other players, when you have different players alongside you, the attributes that those players have to complement or hinder your game, if you're constantly shuffling that whilst also trying to align yourself with new players that you're trying to get synergy with, you're kind of creating new problems which don't need to exist on top of the existing problems. So I just think that Liverpool just need to like tighten it up a little bit. I think they're obviously still like you say,
but Jay, when you say this, right, I'm sure they do this in training before they get on the pitch. I don't think he gets to the pitch on that day and says, you know what, Szoboszlai, you're playing right back. I'm sure they've worked. I'm sure Konate, Van Dijk, these are professionals. This is your job in training. Hold on. I'm coming.
What you're saying, I'm not saying they don't. I'm saying that in a game, if Szoboszlai plays in 3 or 4 positions in the same game, you're shuffling too much. I
get the shuffle, and I've accepted that the manager. Look, again, the reason I'm not speaking about the manager as much is because everybody's speaking about the manager, and I agree with your point. The manager is making bad choices. He's making bad selections. He's not putting the right team together. He's shuffling too much. He's not making the right pairing. If you're going to play Vert, play Isak. If you're going to play what's his name, Ekitike, drop Isak and don't play Vert. Play your midfield from last season. I've heard, and I agree with all of those facts that everybody has said about the manager. Right? Totally agree with you. My point is the quality of players as well is good enough to make something happen in the pitch. Because I'm trying to wrap my head around what kind of system have you created that has made top quality players become crap overnight? Like literally, I think
you're under. But I think what that is,
that's the part that
I think we supremely at times underestimate what a bad system can do, because we see what a good system can do. Because a good system, we've seen it, can get an average player looking good, very good, great, and having a good run of form. We've watched these things happen where players have gone for big moves and then they move and then they don't have that system around him and they look distinctly different. So yes, the players are still good, but shout out to Saint, because I was talking to him earlier and he said this is easy to spot bad players when the system is good. The system's good, it's easy to play out. But when you have a whole heap of talented players, because there's talent there, even if you think they're overrated playing bad, you have to look again in the direction of the manager. Of course, the players should be doing better. Should Salah be doing better? Yeah. Like Salah missing the chances he missed yesterday is nothing to do with Slot. Same with the chance Isak missed. Same with the chance Gakpo missed. Same with the way Wirtz is playing and McAllister's playing. But there's certain things you should. But again, he's not helping it, because like, what is Slot's like plan? How do they play? What is it? Is it possession based? Is it high intensity and moving the ball quick? Is it counter attacking? Because all I hear him do is complaining about playing against low block. Yeah,
attack.
It's not, but then if you're going to attack, why are you inverting? If you're inverting a midfield, that's not an attacking way to go about. If you're attack, what are you inverting into the midfield for?
I mean, fair enough. The system again is the
And
biggest.
just quickly on Flawless's point, can I just tell you, like, the scoreline, we should have scored, right?
Save me.
This was a substitution. Take off McAllister and bring on Curtis Jones. Play Wirtz in the 10 if Gravenberg was injured. Put Frimpong on for Bradley. That's it. Done. No more substitute. No more. You want to know what Slot did? You do realize the formation we were playing at the end, right? You know we were playing 3-1-6. You know this?
3-1-6.
We were you saw how many
Curtis Jones was the only midfielder by the end of that game.
Yes, by the end of the game, the only
I watched. You don't sound like Husam. I've watched the game twice because I wanted to understand what happened.
I understand you have to attack, and you have to win. That doesn't mean you keep Curtis Jones by himself on the pitch. Okay, so all those 6 attackers are on the pitch, right? We're just talking AB. It's crazy. I feel like Flawless now, like for the last 2 years, bro. We're talking ABCs here.
How bad we've been on the reference.
So no, but you want to know why? Because Flawless has been calling out system for 2 years, 2 different managers in a row. So you put 6 forwards out there. Great, fantastic. So who's gonna pass the ball to the 6 forwards? The one midfielder. What the fuck are we doing here? What the fuck are we doing here? Wirtz came on, played right mid, left mid, DM, and 10. Start him from the beginning. Why start McAllister? Put Wirtz in the fucking 10. We paid that 100 million so he could play in the 10 and create.
Yeah, play him in the
Habibi, if you do not trust Wirtz to play against Bruno and 90-year-old Casemiro, why the fuck you bought him to begin with? Why?
Yeah,
why did you buy him to begin with? If your whole thing is I'm gonna play a 3 in midfield and I'm gonna do this PSG ball, okay, buy Adam Wharton then. Call Crystal Palace, fuck the Wirtz transfer. Pay 70 for Wharton, 30 for Gahey, done. Then you can do this whole tiki-taka, but he's doing tiki-taka with total football. And then you have this much space in midfield.
But total football with flying fullbacks. You do not sign Kirkes and Frimpong to play total football. If you are trying to play total football and invert fullbacks, you go get Ait Nouri. That makes more sense.
Thank you.
You have overlapping flying fullbacks, which Kirkes is and which Frimpong is. There's nothing inverting about them.
But you can look at, but you can also
just is inverting in midfield.
Yeah,
and Bradley's inverting. What the fuck?
Yeah, but then you can look at tactically what you've done. I mean, you can look at City and Arsenal. You can always look at Arsenal and just look at what they've got going on at fullback. They went to centre backs who play fullback quite early. Yeah, same. Gvardiol playing left back. Because what they're saying is, listen, you know what? We want our fullbacks to be able to attack. However, they must be able to defend. Do you know what I mean? They must. And I feel like our Liverpool went with Kirkes, who did look like he could defend a bit last season. I'm not sure what's going on with him quite this season. But Frimpong has never been able to defend.
He's just not playing in a way that makes him succeed, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And you may say it's an excuse, but okay, Bournemouth, everyone here knew Kirkes as a flying fullback.
Yeah.
It's funny because Flawless mentioned Ait Nouri. Ask everyone in the chat who I gave as an example yesterday. Ait Nouri. I was like, okay, you want to buy someone who inverts? Buy fucking Ait Nouri then.
Yeah, but Ait Nouri wouldn't be doing exponentially better than Kirkes. I think he might do a bit better, but he'd still be getting defensive.
As someone who inverts, he would be doing a lot.
Yeah, as an inverter.
Jay, it's about the plan though, because we spoke about in regards to if his plan is tiki-taka, total football, Ait Nouri fits that.
Yeah.
If you want to invert a fullback,
Ait Nouri is more equipped to do that.
But what is Slot's plan? What is Slot's plan for?
No plan.
Yeah, his team right now. I don't know.
No plan.
The fact that you're asking that question is a worry.
And I have to say something, Flawless. When I watch some of his interviews after every game, I'm like, if Mikel Arteta says half of what Slot says,
you don't have to make it about Arsenal, Dial.
No, I'm not making it about Arsenal. I'm just saying I have to use my manager as an example because I can't use your manager. I don't want to speak on any other person's team. I'm saying if any other manager says what Slot says after a game, they'll be cooked right now.
Yeah,
that's
you
true.
mean,
I think we're getting there though. I think the reason why he's getting cooked is people are starting to look at what he's saying afterwards, where he'll mention, "Oh, teams are playing a low blocks against us, and we're struggling." Not verbatim, he's saying that, but he's sounding very
to say something.
hammering
I'm just
Ten
like,
Hag-ish. Trust me,
And
managers, you can't be starting to sound like that.
confident managers, when they start losing, always sound like ass. They always sound terrible. They always sound like bad losers. Like they've watched a different game to us. And listen, Dio, don't think we forgot. Dio, don't think we forgot when you conceded to Newcastle and Arteta went on TV and called it a disgracia, and then pretended he couldn't speak English when the FA charged him, so he got away with a charge. Do you know what I mean? So But again, at the time, Arteta hasn't won anything like everybody says. So you can say whatever the heck you want. Exactly. You can say whatever.
Let me just show you guys something.
That's
quickly.
it. I can back my manager. He has not won anything. So if he says anything to the press, why are you holding on to it? Why are they holding on to it?
You guys played
the manager who hasn't won anything. Is this manager has won? This manager is the current defending champion. This manager should not be sitting after a match giving those type of flimsy excuses. When Arteta wins,
you guys played the same thing. When I said
until then, he's allowed to say whatever the heck he wants.
And my thing is, last season when I was doing Leopard in the 3, they were like, "You cannot do this. How are you the underdog?" And this season, when I'm confident, they're like, "You cannot do this. Why were you confident? You cannot win."
No, you can. No. You can be confident. The reason we're cooking you is not because of you, Husam. It's because your team's playing like.
Of course.
No. We're cooking him because of him. No.
Wait, let me show you guys something.
I'm playing overall. Is the point?
Let me show you clip.
You Vader because you're you. Sometimes
Vader is different. We're doing clips, right? Let me show you a clip on Thursday before the game even happened. We have to win. It says it, and I'm talking about slot on the players even before a ball was kicked. Let me show you how well I know my manager to the level where I predicted the lineup and the substitutions. Just listen to this lineup against United on Sunday, and let's say the game is still 0-0. Watch this. This is the same exact lineup we played, by the way. Called it. See? No one is wrong. This chat. Tell me I'm lying. This is slot substitution. This is slot substitution immediately. So like 65th minute, he'll do this. Sorry, I got the time wrong. He did it in the 62nd minute this time. 65th minute, he'll do this. And then we wonder why we don't win games of football. 65th minute, he'll do this. Now, what happens on the pitch? And I called Ekitike and Verts running into each other as well. Now, this time he did something different, so I'll give him credit. He kept Isak and Ekitike on the pitch with each other for 5 minutes. And then Verts and Ekitike are running into the same exact spaces. And now, no one is in the penalty box. Yay! I've got 6 people, 6 forwards on the pitch, and no one is in the penalty box except Cody Gakpo, which is why we scored. So this is not me being reactionary. And once again, big up to Flores because he understood what I was saying. I'm not trying to do like based on Man United alone. I'm talking about the last 4 games.
Yeah, it's more than that.
Playing a box midfield against Crystal Palace with wing
we
back.
were talking about it before
playing
the 4 games.
Frimpong right wing with Ekitike up top at Galatasaray. Starting the Chelsea game with his dreadful lineup with Isak up top. And then it was so bad away at Chelsea that he just ran it back for Man United.
Well, we were pointing this out before the last 4 games, but hey, we don't want to do I told you so. Listen, how your manager, you predicting your manager, credit to you, right? You watch all the games, you know his tendencies.
Husam from Jordan can call it, Amarim can call it. Like legit.
Yeah.
You think Amarim didn't predict this shit? He predicted it.
He predicted it, but at the same time, I think you said 0-0 as you were doing that. You didn't even see your team really, or seeing it as
I gave our team too much credit.
So what's funny is, and again, I consume North American sports often, it's a copycat league. Sorry, apologies for me losing my voice. My baby girl had a football game and I was yelling my head off. The point is,
she win. She do well.
They came second in conference, so it was good.
But no, I'm glad you do well. Don't think you're second, man. Shouts to
she's an Arsenal fan. She's not like a Man City fan.
Like we said that's unfortunate. Dio said that's good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. She's an Arsenal fan. She's number 2. Tell her that Uncle Dio says.
Next time, man. Next time she's gonna do what needs to be done, man. Love that.
She'll get it done next time. Her eyes look better. Her brown eyes look good in blue, so she's not wearing no red. My thing that I want to break down with regards. Oh, here we go. Like Arsenal. My point with regards to what Husam wants to bring up in terms of predicting. Yeah, no, you're right to kind of predict what the tendencies of your manager. And your manager is spitballing right now. He is. I think that's one thing you can say. He's trying to find something that will work because he's dropping players. He's having different starting 11s. He's having different combinations, but nothing's clicking. Nothing's
Well, you
clicking.
didn't hear my point. He actually isn't spitballing. He just ran back the same lineup from Chelsea.
No, but he ran something back. But to your point, you didn't see the same thing in Atletico, right? You didn't see the same thing with regards
those
to
are the games I wish he ran them back. It's my dream that he runs them back.
Okay, but he keeps changing things up.
Okay, Vader, it's Monday. Watch this. Me and you are gonna have a real conversation, yeah, for the first time, because you always are agenda merchant.
I'm always agenda.
Watch this. This Wednesday we go away to Frankfurt in the Champions League. Wanna bet he starts Wirtz and Ekitike with each other right now?
No. Oh, I'm not a betting man, but I would hold on.
Okay,
Hold on. No. But who's on? No. I hear you. I hear what you're saying, but let me say this.
Okay, watch this. And Wednesday against Frankfurt, he's gonna start Wirtz and Ekitike with each other. That's my prediction for what shit is Slot gonna do next. You'll see. And then we'll come here after Frankfurt when Wirtz and Ekitike are all in the same area in the team, because Ekitike is a false 9 and Wirtz is a 10. It's like, imagine playing Firmino with a 10. So what's the point? So what's the point? Tell me. Explain to me. So what's actually the point of that?
Champions League. Champions League has to be Isak and Wirtz. Has to be. That has to be.
I hope so.
It should be Isak and Wirtz regardless because of the money that you spent on them. You run that into the ground and let them see if they can fix it.
Don Husam told me the reason why they went out and got Isak and Wirtz was for Champions League. Was for the big games.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Like, I'm in agreement. Like, I think they should be playing across the board is what I'm saying. When you spend that much money on two players, you play them.
And again, if there was any game, where you needed to play Isak and Wirtz, was the United game, because United. That is a game where you're like, you know what? I'm going to try to get you guys to embed yourselves, both of you. Like,
no, but that's an indictment on Wirtz, though.
No.
What I'm saying is,
Dio, that makes you question Wirtz, though. It's got to have you questioning Wirtz on what the manager has been seeing in him.
My point, I agree with you. I'm just saying, like, as a manager, this is the type of game where I'm like, regardless of what I've been seeing in Wirtz, I'm going to play you and Isak together in this game, because it's a United team that has been struggling. A United team that has not won 2 back-to-back since 2022, 23? Was the last time you won what? Well, yeah, back-to-back game. They've not
Maguire
won back.
dunking on their heads.
Like that.
You know, it's been well. So this is the team where you say, you know what, I'm going to try this out. I will actually take Wirtz and Isak and see how to make it work. This is not the game where you start to do all your witchcraft concussions and trying.
Yes, but Dial, you're playing them, but not on merit, though. Let's be real. You're playing those two in the UCL not on merit because they too don't deserve to start.
Listen.
Ekitike does.
But what I'm saying, Ekitike deserves to start. Don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is, if there ever was a game where a manager would look at and say, this team has been a team that has not been doing well. I understand the rivalry. I understand that, it's a derby, all that. But they've not been doing well. This is the team where I don't mind testing.
I agree with you.
Where I don't mind testing this formula out with, I will explain.
I agree with you, but the reason why I came off mute, the reason why I want to comment, and I don't like Husam just running his narratives, is because him trying to predict what Slot does. In all reality, Ekitike deserves a start, though. You haven't been seeing it enough from Isak. So the fact that the manager would
agree with you.
I'm not dealing. No, Dio, I'm not addressing you. I'm actually addressing Husam. So when he wants to talk about, I'm predicting what Slot's going to do as a slight, well, it's not really a slight because does deserve to start. Isak, McAllister's not looking that much better. Szoboszlai's got to give you the legs. He's got to cover every part of the pitch. So him predicting it isn't necessarily, Slot's off the mark. It's because of how the players are performing, and Ekitike deserves that start.
No, I think because actually Slot is off the mark, and I'll tell you why. If your logic for starting, for benching Wirtz is form, okay, why do you start Isak then? Ekitike is the one in form, right?
Yeah.
Okay, if your logic is form, why did you start Salah? If your logic is form, why did you start?
Who are you going to start instead of Salah?
You can put Frimpong out there.
You're missing the point.
I do mess up. No, I hear the point, but you also have to think of the quality that you're replacing it with.
Play Frimpong. Put Frimpong out there.
Instead of Salah.
No, right thing.
Frimpong did more inside 5 minutes than Salah did the entire game.
No, or just play Chiesa right wing and Frimpong right back. How about that?
Hold on. In a game versus United, you're gonna drop Salah.
Vader,
Yes,
Vader doesn't get the
You know what
point.
that would do as well?
His
That would
logic for
motivate
Verts
him.
form,
Bring
but
him
he's
off the
ignoring
bench,
everyone
he would
else's
probably
form.
actually do something in those 20 minutes against.
You can't
Bayern.
drop everybody, guys. My point is you
No, but
can't drop everybody.
No one is saying
No, but
don't
Husam's
do that.
going down the
Don't do
list of who should have been
Don't do that.
dropped.
No,
You can't have one logic for one player.
No. Dial, one sec. So hold on. Based off of form, who should have started Husam?
Based off form, the only two players who are in good form right now are Van Dijk and Gravenberch. If we're talking about actual good form headed into the United game. Now, if your logic for dropping Verts is his form, number one, you don't start McAllister because he's been our worst midfielder all season. And number two, you start Ekitike because Ekitike is more in form than Isak. So now what?
Okay, so he should have dropped Isak. He should have dropped Verts. But now you're telling me no, he shouldn't drop Verts because McAllister's not good either, right? So he's got to pick. He's got to pick his poison.
Are you okay? How are you twisting my statement?
I'm not twisting your statement. There's only so many changes he can make.
This is what Husam would have done. What I would have done is, and I said this before a game. You can go look at the same video. Just go back 5 minutes. I said this is what I would do: Mamardashvili, Frimpong, Konate, Van Dijk, Kerkez, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, Verts, Salah, Isak, Chiesa. That was the team that Husam would play. Okay. Because I kept Salah because he does well usually against Man United. That's the reason why I kept him. I'm using your logic against you. Don't superimpose your logic on me.
No,
You're the one that said, look at what he sees in Verts and look at Verts' form. Okay, so your logic is form. Okay, so your logic for Verts is form. So using your logic, drop Isak for Ekitike, drop Salah for Chiesa, drop Gakpo for Rio Gomoa.
No. This is why you and Judge Mo keep doing extremes. When I want to do a logic about keeping form, don't change the entire 11 based off of form. I'm not saying all that. I'm saying you can understand the manager when I brought it back to you predicting the UCL that's coming up for the manager to drop and play Ekitike. I could understand that dropping in form because you tried to make it as a slight, like Slot would be way off for doing that. I'm saying I understand him picking the players to do it. Can he do it for the entire 11? No, that would be crazy.
That's not a form issue, though.
But again, Veto.
Verts and Ekitike with each other is not a form issue. It's a systematic issue.
So your record transfer Verts can't play with Ekitike.
They play in the same space.
Ekitike can't be coached to play differently. He's always going to collide with Verts, is what I'm hearing.
They're clashing with each other the whole game. And if you do want to do that and make it work, then you need Salah to start, because you then need someone to be on the end of the chance, basically. Or you need Chiesa to start. That's it.
Yeah, I don't know why you don't start Chiesa, because when Chiesa's actually playing, he played well.
Yeah,
Chiesa's a super sub.
No,
like Trossard.
But
all right,
if
he's a super sub and he's performing well when he gets on the pitch and multiple players in front of him are not playing well, start him.
Yeah.
What's the worst that can happen? He performs poorly and you take him off.
Gakpo isn't good enough to not be dropped.
No, he hasn't. Gakpo's been horrendous.
I think Gakpo's been good enough.
He's been like a good. He's been a good 7 out of 10 this season, Gakpo.
7.
Husam, what would you give Gakpo out of 10?
Are you mad? 7. What
tracks
the
back.
fuck?
What do you think? What are you?
Hey, to the chat.
Gakpo or Salah this season? Gakpo or Salah?
Hold on. This is the thing. Like, it's like
Gakpo's been better, but
people constantly will judge players in isolation. Okay, I'm giving him a 7 versus all the other left wingers in the Premier League. Yeah, I'm not just judging Gakpo in his own
ability.
I'm saying
ability and form are two different things, though.
Gakpo's been better than Salah, though.
Ability
is Gakpo's been better than Jeremy Doku.
He's saying he's been a 6.
No, but Jay, you're mixing two things up. Ability and form are two different things.
But what I'm saying is your reaction to what I said is what I have an issue with.
Stappy, how about you listen with your ear instead of listening with your asshole? Because I just said drop Salah. Listen next time.
No, one second. Well, I'm just saying, even if you don't think he's been a 7, okay, maybe he's been a 6. Are you trying to tell me Gakpo's played a 5 this season? He definitely hasn't played a 5.
Overall, yes.
No. Whoa. The only players that deserve 7 or more in this whole team from the beginning of the season is probably maybe like Gravenberch, Ekitike, and end of list. No one is a 7 to begin with.
And Chiesa, stop doing that. And Chiesa.
No, but
Gakpo has not played well this season, Jay.
You have
Gakpo has
Chiesa
not
at
played
7.
well.
For every time he stepped on the pitch, he's performed.
Yes, Chiesa is even higher than 7. I forgot Chiesa. Sorry.
I think Konate was your best defender yesterday.
No one deserves a 7. No one deserves a 7.
Yeah, Sobosai and Alisson have easily been 8s.
Okay, no problem. Now the rest of the team are all below that.
Yeah, I'm not saying they haven't. I'm saying
Gakpo included. By the way, Gakpo gets below than 5. Gakpo gets less than 5.
Apologies.
Silence.
Yeah, Gakpo gets less than 5, by the way.
Did I miss
Anyway,
the
let me just grab these supers because it's the longest ever one club segment in history of A-listers. So, big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing. And yeah, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Big up to all the super chatters. Big up to everyone who's shown us love. Big up to everyone who's shown us support. Big up to Tandiso who says Man United has won more Premier League games at Anfield than Liverpool in the head-to-head. We basically own them at their own stadium. This is not true. Why are you spreading false information? I think it got done by one of the pages on Twitter or something, because the Liverpool Man United head-to-head is actually very close in numbers. I think it's 5 or 10 games.
No. It's I think it's United 14, Liverpool 16, and 11 draws.
Where is that Anfield? Where is that Anfield? Just
I think at Anfield. I think at Anfield.
Yeah.
It's,
Liverpool have definitely won more games.
14, 16, 11 draws. I think at Anfield.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So this is a false stat. Slot out. I'm not doing this fake humble crap. I'm not a humble person. That's what Josh is saying. Hey, Josh has had enough fairs. I think people are entitled to their opinion, not gatekeeping people's opinions. You get me? If you feel that way, fairs. You feel that way. Me personally, I'm not yet slot out. I'm just hoping that he fixes it. I'm just hoping he fixes it. Thanks, Slot, you bald motherfucker. I'm also bald, is what Jack is saying. Yeah, wow. Slot's been fucking up recently. Husam, stop lying. I suck put out a wide chance before. But who's lying, though? You see, this is the problem. When Vater spreads his lies that I don't hold the players accountable, but says who, though? Like, I've actually been holding every single player accountable. Like, I've been saying certain players deserve 0 out of 10. I just told Jay that I think most of the team is below 5 this season. So how's that me not holding the team accountable? But the fact that most of the team are below 5 shows that it's a managerial issue. Salah and Isak missing big chances is... Salah and Isak missing big chances is not on Slot. No one said that that's on Slot. But once again, I hope you have listened to my rebuttal to Dio. He was talking about us being clinical. Okay, Gakpo was clinical. It's the 78th minute. It's 1-1. Why did we lose?
But I think you've had a decent amount of six. I just think there's an arrogance as well, a little bit in terms of what you're saying. Okay, maybe some of these players haven't been outstanding, but if you think that 80% of your team can play 5 out of 10 and you'd have the points that you have this season, you're grossly underestimating the Premier League. Like, I just think it's impossible. I just think you're I
think you're overestimating the level of the league.
I'm not overestimating at all. I think, like, okay, Konate, some games.
Okay, let me ask you. Jake, let me ask you. In the 5 games that Liverpool won, do you think they played well in any of them?
I think bar Newcastle, they were the better side in all the games. By how much were they the better side? Did
they play well in those games?
But they were the better team.
Did they play well in those games?
Or lost?
All the 5. All 5 they won. The 5 they won.
I'm saying the 5 they won, bar Newcastle. Liverpool were the better team.
Okay, the better team. So you can be the better team.
A little bit the better team, or they might have been quite a bit the better team.
I didn't ask about, okay, if who they was the better team, I ask you the question again. Did they play well?
But they played well enough to win the game.
Okay, but you can play poorly then. That's the point I'm making. The opposition.
Yeah, but they still played better than the opposition.
It's easy to play better than the opposition who's playing poorly. That's easy to do.
What do you mean? Name the good players.
That's easy to do.
I think Alisson's been good. Sobosai's been good. Gravenberg's been decent. Ekitike's been good. Gakpo's been okay to good. I think he's been good, but you guys don't think he's just been okay.
That's mad.
Defensively, I think Van Dijk's been pretty good, but had some bad games. I think Konate...
Brother, last 2 games, he's been responsible for 2 goals. Like,
yeah, but
we talk about Salah. No, but the problem is we talk about Salah missing chances and we go like, Salah has been shit. Okay, Van Dijk been responsible for 2 goals defensively.
But people say Bournemouth game. Liverpool were better than Bournemouth.
I agree. I think we performed well against Bournemouth.
Yes. Bournemouth deserved to win. No, they didn't.
No,
Bournemouth
they were
played well in
better.
that game.
Yes,
Liverpool
but
was
when
still better.
you're missing the point. They was performing poorly and winning games.
I don't.
They
Your
were.
context is performing poorly.
I disagree with that in totality.
Added time saved them in many games.
There's no context. Were they better than? Okay,
but,
Jay. Were they better than Burnley? Yes. Did they perform well in the game against Burnley? No. What are we talking about? They didn't perform well against Burnley.
You guys are kind of saying the same thing. So that yes, they were playing good enough to be better than the team they were playing against, but their form and their performance was not good. You guys are kind of
they are trying to chase down Premier League titles and Champions Leagues this season. Being good enough is not good enough.
Yeah,
what are we talking about here? Let's have the honest conversation. They were shocking against Burnley.
I understand Jay's point. I think we were very good against Bournemouth. I think we were very good against Everton and very good against Atletico. The other games, it wasn't good. Like Newcastle wasn't good, Burnley wasn't good.
2 Premier League games out of 8. My point.
Arsenal, I actually think Arsenal, we were very good in the second half, in my opinion.
Yeah, they were. You were very good in the second. Well, you were good to very good in the second. I'm basically trying to say that, like, if you look at a game, if you look at a game and then say we're the better team, and the way we play or our tactical setup, one makes the other team play worse.
0 out of 10 rage bait.
Or our performance. So, like, you guys will be like, my point of view, Liverpool.
I don't think they've done that to pretty much anybody. Like I said,
Jay, I would have agreed with you on many things, but this particular one, the first 5 games, everybody told Liverpool, like, you are fine. In fact, the statements after every game that Liverpool played was, oh, this is a champions win. This is how they try to get champions, get points, even when they're playing badly. We were saying this back to back after every game. In fact, Liverpool, in their first 5 games, scored in the last 10 minutes of games to win. That's when they were able to break down the other teams to actually be able to get over the line. So they've not been very good. They've consistently somehow rode their luck with how badly they've played. Again, they were they played whoever was in front of them. They were probably marginally better than the team that they played against in that game. But as a whole, Liverpool have not been consistent.
Okay, Dio, how good were you against Fulham this weekend?
I wasn't very good against Fulham, but the point again is I can be honest about it and say against Fulham I wasn't good. Against other teams I've been good. Right, so my point is Liverpool generally. Hold on, listen. Hold on. Wait. First game of the season.
But the thing is, it's like you were good enough to win.
I know winning is different from what your performance is. If your performance is crap and you find a way to win, we'll say, oh, you know what? You played badly. Again, against Bournemouth, they gave up a 2-goal lead and have to come back and score 2 extra. The first game of the season, they were 2-0 up. Nobody expected Bournemouth to be able to cut through them like that. One pass, and everybody said it. Liverpool, this is shaky. Next game, similar stuff. The Arsenal game, barring the Szoboszlai worldie, that no goalkeeper was going to catch. Let's be honest about it. It didn't look like we were going to score or they were going to score. It was going to end in the draw if Szoboszlai did not do that magic that he did.
I disagree with that. I think we were better than you in the second half.
I'm not saying
again,
you can rate your better on whatever level. My point is you have not been phenomenal from the beginning of the season.
You were better than the team that stopped the league. That's why I disagree in the statement.
Every game after that,
I disagree with the statement in totality. So again, there were games where we were good and there were games where we didn't perform good and still won. Big up to Senai who says, free Husam, man, too much cooking. He's extra crispy right now. Longest ever one club section in A-listers history. We've never done this on A-listers before. Big up to my guy, Tyler Jones, who says, which Liverpool players do the panel think have been good? Above 7 out of 10. Let's see. If you can't name many, then it's the manager, and this is all waffle. As a Liverpool fan, above 7, Chiesa, but we haven't even used them enough, which bothers me to begin with. Ekitike. And above 7 is... Above 7, maybe Gravenberg?
Don't put Alisson in there.
Alisson, but he was injured.
But the overall point that Tyler's making here is it's very, very few. And
21 players can't be all ass.
Yeah, but these players were below the 7 rating before this drop of form as well. But you guys didn't want to hear it.
Of course they didn't want to hear it because you ain't going to express that. And they were winning. I hear it.
That's my thing. When so many players are playing like shit, you guys, we can sit here and we can talk about this chance and that chance till the cows come home. At the end of the day, Gakpo was clinical.
Who do you expect to take the leadership role from a player standpoint?
Gakpo was clinical. It was 1-1. He scored. He did the thing which you guys keep banging on about, which is take your chances. He took the chance. There were 20 minutes of football left. 12 minutes in regular time, 8 minutes in added time. Why is it that in those 20 minutes Maguire scored? Not because of Liverpool lack of clinicalness or Liverpool's blah blah blah, because of our structure. Because the only midfielder we had out there on the whole pitch was Curtis Jones. Who the fuck plays a 3-1-6? What the fuck are we doing here, guys? Like at some point in time, everyone's just going to have to be honest. Salah is not a bad player. Wirtz is not a bad player. Isak is not a bad player. McAllister is not a bad player. He scored twice for Argentina, even in international break. So what the fuck's happening? The system and the style is putting players in a position to fail. That's it. How long before Slot becomes a thing? It's a thing already. What do you mean before it becomes a thing? It's a thing already.
Whoa. Okay, no.
Yeah, it's a thing already.
It shouldn't be a thing, but I think many don't really give him much credit for how he was able to win the Prem last season, and I think that's why it's already a thing. Because if
I'm not flat out personally, but it's a thing.
I think that's fair, Vega. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm not slot out though. Anyway, regardless, big up to all of you. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Let's move on. Talk about all the clubs that won this weekend. We're going to combine them all in one section. You get me? So let's talk about Chelsea, Arsenal, and City. The other title race contenders. We're in top 4 race. You get me? Now, we're the underdog.
What happened to your feet, sir?
Hey, my feet are down right now. Don't you see? That's why I'm shrinking on the screen.
I can't
like
see
the
it.
video, chat, and subscribe to the channel. Anyway, Mr. Lewis, you get me? You won away at Forest. Reece James is better than Hakimi. Dio, you won away at Fulham. City, you win. You get me? Who should we start with? Let's start with Lewis. You get me? Go ahead.
Yeah, world champions, bro. Day 99 of the 1,461 day. Actually, Husam, what time is it over where you are?
11:43. Hold that.
We're nearly at 100. All right, cool. We'll get you tomorrow, man.
When does you guys' clock change, by the way?
I don't know. I'll find out one weekend just randomly.
Yeah,
Probably,
you got a clock change
probably
coming
next
up.
week, I think. Next week.
Yeah, we probably
right.
do. We probably go
I prefer
forward.
it when I'm 3 hours ahead of the UK, I'll be honest, because I sleep late.
No,
Anyway, go ahead.
But yeah, day 99, the 1,461 day reign as your world champions. You already know what it is. That whole first half, we spent most of our time trying to give Nottingham Forest a goal and give them the lead. They didn't really take any of their chances. That midfield was awful. Santos is getting bypassed for fun. What's his name? Malo Gusto. He's just a straight idiot. Left-hand side wasn't great because Trevor Chalobah is awful in possession. Alejandro Garnacho, I already want to send back to Manchester United. I can't be bothered.
No refunds, Lewis. No refunds, man.
I know. Here's what it is.
By the way, people were calling out Lewis in the chat for this Garnacho take.
Why? Yeah, I saw them in my comments. People were trying to act like he was good. I said, no, he was fucking garb. What are you talking about, man? Whatever, though. João Pedro is the only reason why we created anything in that game. Because, like, we need him to do everything in that midfield. What you saw in that first half is life without Caicedo in the build-up. And it's horrible. It's terrible. It's an existence that I don't ever want to see or be a part of in the next 15 years. It's horrid. But thanks to João Pedro, we were able to make a couple of chances. They only went to Santos and they went wide. Second half, we bring on Caicedo, best midfielder in the league. And we brought on Mark Hiu and we bagged 2 in 5 minutes. And that was the game done. Josh Achimpong got his first goal for the club. We actually have someone that looks like as long as they can keep building on the level that they're at now, we might have a replacement for the Fofana role for when he's injured. Now I need to see if he can play on the left-hand side because I have nobody that I can trust there. 2 goals, 5 minutes. Game's kind of done. We're still giving away chances to Forest. They don't take any of them. Sanchez has a couple good stops. Reece James gets the 3rd goal. And that's literally the game, and Ange Postecoglou sacked in 21 minutes. Now, I'm 1 point behind the favourites for the Premier League title, which is why I'm saying we're still in this title race. We're in this title race until we're not in this title race. Now, I don't want to talk about, Chelsea fans don't show chest. They don't talk the right way. It's because we say the right things at the right time. I don't need to say that the league's going to be mine. I can just tell you that we're going to be in the race. Certain man said that their feet are up, and now their feet aren't up because the league isn't as easy as they thought it would be. We're contenders. There's a lot of contenders here, but there's a level playing field. No one's looking amazing from a performance-based look. Arsenal are bagging most of their goals from set pieces. City still look like they can get done a bit defensively and are relying on Haaland heavily for goals. Liverpool look like a fucking mess. And the only reason, in spite of my injuries, that I'm not top of the table right now is self-inflicted red cards. Because I would have beaten United 11v11. I would have beaten Brighton 11v11. That would have been me top. So we're still in this title race. We're here until we're not here. And I don't need to hear that it's not showing chest because it looks like it's open season for the Premier League as it stands. We're in the title race. That's all I need to say. Up the gargantuan, superior, incredible, and inevitable Blues. Big up, everyone. Not everyone talk at once.
Now, when you speak like that,
Yo,
with facts,
you hit the nail on the head and you won. Like, there ain't really too much else to say, fam. Let's be honest, Liverpool, man. All of us were here for Liverpool, man.
Yeah,
We don't really care about what else happened.
Guys,
We're all
I
here for
said
Liverpool,
the next
man.
part is where you all talk about your individual clubs.
Yeah,
So I said
spoke-
Dio speak about Arsenal, Vader talk about City.
There's nothing to say about Arsenal. I mean, Fulham is a team that we have steadily the last few years either dropped points to or lost to. So I'm glad we went in there and did the business, got 3 points and got out of there. That's all I cared about in that game. That game was the Newcastle game, the Fulham game, the West Ham game. Those to me were just bogey teams, and I'm like, we need to get over these guys. We can get over those guys when we're not playing at our best. Hopefully, when we start playing at our best by the middle of the season, towards the January-February period, then we can rack up more points. So getting 3 points, getting out of there, not dropping points to Fulham again, for me, that was a good thing. Did we play well enough? No. But did we play what we needed to do to get the win? Yes. And this whole set piece that everybody keeps talking about.
So you cooked Jay and then you disagreed with him. And then you
so this is where everybody talks about set piece. Arsenal scores through set pieces.
It's true.
Chelsea has scored similar number of set pieces this season. Just with Arsenal, I think we have one more than you. Like either we have one or you have one more than us. Chelsea have been scoring 3 set pieces.
Chelsea actually play good football.
No. Hey, that's not the point. Again, Husam, I'm not even talking about the football. We're talking about set pieces. You brought up Seven. I'm saying it's an agenda when you keep saying Arsenal scores 3 set pieces when Chelsea is doing the exact same thing, but nobody's saying anything about Chelsea's own because there's nothing else that you can pick on Arsenal to say. A goal is a goal.
I think we might have more open play goals. And I'm not even saying it as you guys are getting.
Listen. My point. No. I know you don't mean it. I know you don't mean it in a negative way, Lewis. I'm saying the general, perspective of people.
The consensus.
Yeah, the general consensus. Like I don't give a f, right, about whether we score 3 set pieces or not. If you play a low block and concede corners to us a lot, we might as well learn how to score those corners. If you keep playing a low block against me and you're conceding corners, then I might as well learn how to use all the tools available to me to get a goal in the net. It's not my fault that you're conceding 12 corners. And if I'm getting 12 corners in the game, I will be a stupid team if I don't learn how to use those corners and convert them. It will be the dumbest, because what you would say then is, Arsenal, they attack so much, they get 15 corners in the game and they do nothing with it. Now we're doing something with it, people want to complain. It ain't my fault you want to play a low block. It's not my fault.
Liverpool need to learn that, to be honest.
It's not my fault.
You just start learning it.
You would take a set piece goal yesterday. You would have taken one against United. It's not my fault that City played the lowest ball possession they've ever played under Pep against me and played a low block. And we got a set piece as an equalizer. That's not my fault. 32%. That's Pep's lowest ever. So it's not my fault that teams are coming to park the bus and the mega bus and the giant aviation bus and conceding corners. If you do that, I will learn how to use corners against you. If you play open, expansive football like Athletic Club did against us, then you'll see my team play open, expansive football. Athletic Club in Europe, you played Champions League, they played open football. We played good football and we beat them. Simple. Open play, goals, no set pieces there. So the point is, when teams do that, it ain't my fault. I'm not going to sit here and try and knock, knock what my team is doing when you guys, every team we play, just wants to park the bus. They want to park the bus, they want to clear the ball, they want to play corners, they want to do all of that. Okay, give me corners and I'll use it. Yeah, if you give me lemon on your...
The only reason why that game wasn't 4-0 Arsenal is just because Joker has missed the chances. That's it.
No.
Arsenal completely...
Again,
Arsenal...
Again, I hear you.
Why don't we let me address that? I said
two
2 words.
I'm saying
2 words.
Wait, let me...
How is it? How do you understand my point after 2 words? I haven't even made my point.
I wasn't
I haven't even made my point. All I said was the reason why. Let's count how many seconds. The reason why Arsenal should Jokeres 3 seconds. خلاص يا أخي.
I said let me finish what I was saying before you say your Jokeres thing.
You interrupted me and I didn't speak for 40
I
minutes.
was speaking before you spoke about
Go ahead, يلا خلاص. Make my point for me, Mr.
Brother, like siblings.
So this whole
I can't even get a sentence in before he gets triggered. يا أخي, the only reason why Arsenal didn't win that game 4-0 is because Jokeres just missed his chances. Arsenal deserved to win that game. Fulham did not deserve anything from that game because Fulham, every time they got to the final third, did fuck all. So that's not Arsenal's fault. That's all on Fulham.
No,
that's Fulham's
I
responsibility.
disagree. Harry Wilson.
That's Fulham's responsibility. Harry Wilson every time, wrong decision. Kevin, when he came in, was a bright spark. Raul Jimenez, I felt bad for him because he's dropping so deep. He's fucking 40 years old. He dropped to Fulham's centre backs just to get the ball. Fulham deserved to get cooked in this game because they're fucking shit on the final third.
I can't speak. Look, Fulham did whatever they did. That's on Fulham. But I wanted to say something about. I wanted something about Jokeres' chances.
Yeah. They blocked the supply into midfield. They had Saliba and Gabriel having to go wide all through the first half.
But then when you get to the final third, do something with it.
Harry Wilson, this brother was so fucking annoying that whole game because he was putting everything wide. But like Fulham were actually making, they did well, I think.
No, Fulham had no shots. Fulham had no shots on goal though.
To test the goalkeeper.
Fulham had no shots on goal though.
Yeah, because Harry Wilson put them all wide. That's my
point. So again, why did he put it wide? Because of course, people either they made it difficult for him to be able to. This is 2 games back to back.
No, but for me,
hold on. It was 2 games back to back. Hold on.
It was his shot technique. Watch the way he hit the ball. He shanked everything.
Okay, I hear you. I mean, let's blame Harry Wilson and not actually talk about the fact that Arsenal played a game where they literally for 2 games back to back have not conceded any shots against us. 2 games back to back. Again, the Jokeres thing, and then the Jokeres thing. I want to address that. Jokeres' 2 chances.
Before you address that, may I just ask you one question about ratings? Because you were I was listening to how you rated Liverpool players, and I have my ratings, you have yours. Would you mind awfully just going through the ratings for Arsenal's attackers this season in terms of how you perceive it, just so I can get an understanding of how you rate things? Because not many Liverpool players got 7s. You're talking about your defensive prowess and your set piece. Amazing. So now, would you mind awfully giving me the ratings for your attackers this season? And I would probably expect to hear quite a lot of 6s and belows based off your output in open play. So
my output in open play, I have scored just as many goals as the person who scored the most goals. Hold on. Don't do that. Bro. I am the second. Hold on. My attack. Listen. I just need the ratings. All my forwards are 7s. Go on. Say 7.
All your forwards are 7.
Forwards, all of them.
All right,
including injured Odegaard. Injured Odegaard. Say it. What are you talking about here?
All your forwards are 7. So all your forwards.
With the work that they're putting in. You can
even your Klesner.
This is where I like that you guys are so disingenuous, right? Because what you want to do is based on your open play goals alone, just the open play goals. Let's not talk about the fact that I'm the team with the second highest goals.
So the guy takes a corner and that
second again. Let's not talk about the fact that Man City have scored the most goals and I have the second highest goal scored in the league this season and have the least conceded against me. Right. So if I'm scoring second highest goals, somebody somewhere in my forward line.
No, you're spreading the goals well.
So if you're
spreading the goals well, Timber gets a few, Mendy gets a few, Rice gets a few.
This is the same thing I said to Chelsea fans. When you guys talk about things like set pieces, you score just as many set pieces as me. So sit down, take several seats back. Don't come to me with that.
We scored more open play goals.
Tottenham is speaking about rate your strikers.
We scored more goals than you this season.
Listen, Again, I was talking about particularly set piece goals. Of course, you've conceded more than I have as well. So you can say you scored more.
No one's questioning your
more than I have.
I'm just trying to stop the hypocrisy of how people rate.
If you ask me to rate my strikers, and I have scored the second most goals in the league right now.
Why are you using team accomplishments for individual?
Because it's a team sport
in the league. It's the
third. Third now. It's third now. Yeah, it's a team sport.
Third.
Yeah, it's third most goals.
Because when Liverpool had won 5 games, you didn't take the fact that Liverpool have won 5 games when rating the players. You were
I
just saying,
did. I said again. You see, this is why, Jay. If you listen to understand what I said,
listened to what you said.
No. What did I say,
bro? Listen, you said like hold on.
What did I say? Go on.
To be fair, you say a lot. You've spoken for 80% of the show, but in terms of the point about specifically Liverpool,
oh no, they can play back and see that the first 45 minutes was you when you jumped in. But carry on.
Dio, if we're gonna talk about jumping in, like,
you might not do this. Hey, wrap the show up, man. Wrap the show up, man. He's not got away from football, man. This is getting bad, man. Wrap up the show. Sam, do your job.
And Dio's
back to the football, guys.
His run off down the road with it was, I wanted a fair representation of what Arsenal players' attacking rating was. So to you, Gyökeres is a 7. Cool. But if I say to you, Gakpo's a 7, if I say to you, Ekitike is a 7, all these players are 7s, you'd be like, you debate it. But to you, Eze's a 7.
Because there's a context behind Liverpool. Liverpool are the defending champions. Again,
that's an excuse, though. You can't say Liverpool are the defending champions about new players.
Husam, hear what I'm saying.
New players. Isak is not a defending champion.
Husam.
Ekitike is not a defending champion.
Hold on, but we know what Isak is capable of from Newcastle, and he's a prem proven striker. So
we know what Gyökeres is capable of at Sporting Lisbon.
When I spoke about Verts, what did I say?
If you give Gyökeres a 7, you're crazy.
Hold on.
0 goals in 9 games.
When he's only scored in 2 games.
0 goals in 9 games. 7.
When I spoke about Verts, what did I say? I said I'll even give
7
games. Hold on, stop. I said I'll give Verts a chance
we're
because
talking
he's
about
coming from a
7.
different league. Did I or did I not say that earlier? Flawless. I said
not
Verts
against
from a different league, and everybody said, Dio, you're even more generous. Like they won't even give him the chance because of his price tag. And I said, price tag or no price tag, I give players who are coming from another league the room to grow. So I rated him based on that for Florian Wirtz. Isak, I was critical on because I said he's prem proven. He's played in every stadium at this in the EPL. Him going to Liverpool, he should be able to put those type of balls in the back of the net. And because of that, I will rate you low, knowing fully well that you already have the experience from the Premier League. Vert, I was a little softer on. I said I'll give you 6 to 10 games.
Soft.
I did say that. I said I'll give him 6 games, 7 games, and then I'll begin to see how to integrate him. So when you then ask me to do the same for my team, I can say the same for Gyökeres. I'm willing to give him a chance because from another league, like I'm giving Verts a chance. Bukayo Saka, I will be very difficult on. You better perform, and he's performing. If you're talking about my wingers, assists and goals, Trossard is performing. He's scoring, he's assisting. So I will give him a 7. He's doing his job. Again, if you're talking about
what else you want to hear is talking about Trossard or anything.
What else are you asking for? No, you asked me to read my forward line, and I rated them just now.
Objectively speaking, Dio, you cannot give Gyökeres a 7. Objectively speaking, we're saying this player is
again. The reason I said that because Jay refused to remember what I said earlier. What I said earlier about Liverpool attackers. What I said about Liverpool attackers was I said I am critical of Isak because he's prem proven. I said Vert, I will give a chance to because again, he's coming from a different league. He needs to integrate.
Scale for every
I said all that. I said all that. No. I did.
It's not the same. Why would I care about your ratings if you're not rating everyone off the same scale?
So when you then asked me to rate my attackers, I was like, I was fair on Liverpool attackers. I didn't crash on any one of them, which is why I made this statement. I said, I'll give all my guys 7. Go on and knock your head and give more.
Go on, knock yourself.
Again, the same way I'm
speaking of attackers, let's give Vater his 2 minutes because he gets away with it every week. Vater, City win again. You're one of the favorites to win the league now. You're certainly above Chelsea and Liverpool. Talk to me, brother.
Favorites to win the league now. I haven't seen any of the latest Opta or whatever.
I said one of the favorites, Vater, bro.
No, I'm just saying I haven't seen Opta or any of these that make the favorites list. I'm not sure where I'm at. I remember at the start of the season I'm 3rd, maybe 4th favorite. So we'll continue with that because this is just a bad spell for Liverpool. Good game, Everton. Husam knows this. Tough place. Tough team to play. I mean, we played them at home, so we had the luxury of some home cooking.
At home, bro. What the fuck? Look at this.
Yeah, I corrected myself. I said tough team to play. Everton's difficult. They've been in very good form. They've been having the pleasure of having Jack Grealish. They didn't have Jack, obviously, because he's on loan, so that did lessen the strength of them. But again, unlike Dio, I didn't just want the 3 points. I'm at the point where I want to see performances. I want to see how my players are actually gelling because I do have new arrivals. I got Marmoush, I got Shirky. I want to see how they play. I also want to see the system that Pep's putting in place when we got Donnarumma at keeper because everyone, May not be you guys on this panel, but everyone said he's not a Pep type player. I've heard this Pep type player for so many times. Donnarumma apparently wasn't a Pep type player, but I like the system that we. You guys are jokers. You guys are hilarious. Listen,
carry on.
I'm happy with the result. I mean, I think we took like 22, 23 shots. We had a number of on targets, maybe 7 or 8. They only had 1 shot on target. I like how we're very defensive in terms of when we choose to be. I like how we attack as well. And I have to talk about my goal scoring. I have to talk about the goal scoring. Some want to point it out. Some want to throw that question whether, is this sustainable? Can City keep up this pace because they're so reliant on Erling Haaland? The difference is, unlike you bums over here, I got Pep. Pep's the manager. Pep's the difference maker. If it's not going to work with Haaland, he's going to find another player. He's going to find another system to get these results. He's playing a midfielder at right back. He's playing an academy player midfielder at left back. I trust in him finding the results. And again, if he has to put round pegs in square holes or square pegs in round holes, however it goes, to make it work, I'm happy with it. Rodri needs to get healthy. And I got confidence that we'll be a strong contender for this title if need be. And I've been saying it for a long time. Just keep me in arm's reach. Haaland, those 2 goals, he should have at least had. He should have had a hat trick. Should have had a perfect hat trick because he was trying to score that 3rd goal with his right foot. But honestly, he should have had 4 or 5. And Shirky made a little bit of a cameo, came on in the 85th minute, and he showed his brilliance early. He released the pass over to Haaland and actually should have resulted in a goal. Shirky should have actually had a goal himself. So I just want my players getting acclimated, continue to improve. Reinders is going to have his ups and downs, but Nori returning with regards to health, Marmoush returning with health, and Shirky, I think we're good. This league title can only be mine if Liverpool and Arsenal make that happen. That's the only way because, again, Husam wants to say I'm one of the favorites now, but I wasn't the favorites to start this league. It was Arsenal and Liverpool. If I can stay close to this, you're on mute, Paulus. If I can stay close to this.
Good for you, man. I was cursing you out, certain Ryan. We get it. You weren't one of the favorites. Yes, we understand. You don't have to talk about it every week. We get it.
What?
He was not one of the favorites, man. Your 4 favorites according to...
Yeah, Husam brought it up.
We get it, man. You don't have to reiterate.
Husam brought up the favorites. I didn't bring it up.
You don't have to repeat it. You don't have to repeat it. There's plenty of things he says you don't repeat. Yeah, you don't have to repeat what he says. We get it. This guy favorites.
I have to address it.
We understand. Yeah, sure.
I had to address it.
Yeah.
Now, this game...
I remember that.
We got to keep it ticking. I don't just want 3 points. I don't just want results in Champions League. I want to see the performances because this will dictate how good we will be for the remainder of the season. So I'm being incredibly critical of my team, and I like how they're playing so far. That's my few minutes on Manchester City.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
So down to Opta that you're talking about, Vader. I got you the Opta thing on screen there. So if you want to see the chances, the season simulation by Opta.
As of week 8. Why does that say 6?
Yes. What do you mean? Why does that say 6? No, I was just showing it shows 1 to 20. I zoomed in on the thing.
Okay, and that's as of week. That's as of
yesterday.
Week 8.
As of yesterday, season simulation.
Can you go back in time? What was it just a week ago? Can you do that?
I don't know. Nah, I don't think I'm able to do that. I'll probably try to find it.
Okay, we got to screen grab it week by week because it's interesting on how the percentages change.
Yeah, it's interesting how it changes. We can check it out week by week.
Yo, Sam, big up, appreciate it. I'm gonna head over to that.
We can do that next week. Guys, we're 20 likes from 300 likes.
Quick question.
Good game. Good game this weekend, Flawless. Good game. Good game this weekend.
Yes.
When are you inviting me over to the show, Flawless?
I got you, man. You know what?
Yo, stop being beggy, Dio. Stop being beggy. No. Silence. Silence.
It's not beggy.
I'm trying to get to 1,000 people. I'm trying to get to 1,000 people, so I'll be beggy. Sorry, I'm not shameless. I'm shameless.
I got you. Dial. Don't pay attention.
I will beg. I'm not you. I don't come here and be. Please, those of you in the
Dial still beggy.
Yes, please go and subscribe to my channel. I need to get to 1,000.
Give me a stream.
Dial, my guy. Yo, you man, I'm out. Look, every time. Lewis, bless up family. Every time.
I get it. You have to ask Flawless. He's a celebrity. Getting on stream with him is just
no. But this is like proposing on the jumbotron. You don't do that.
Whoa, Dio didn't have to ask me to bring me on the channel.
Right? Dio's proposing in a big crowd.
Dio, I got this week.
By the way, if you want to know how I proposed to my wife, it was in a quiet place.
I'm out. Blessing.
Big up. But Sam, your club thinks it smells like straight dookie. I know, Hamid. And you know when an AC Milan fan is saying this, that's
Thank
how
you,
you know.
Saul.
Big up to Tyler Jones, who says, "Contenders, my ass. Are you winning the league with all that spending?"
We are going to be contending for the league. You should be worried about whether you're staying on your throne at the end of the season, because I know I'm staying on mine. Up the Gargantuan Blues, 99. No, now it's day 100, Husam. Day 100 and a 1,461 day reign as your world champions. Congratulations, we run A-listers on the perfect day. Up the Chelsea.
Rent free in Chelsea fans' heads.
Big up, big up. If you know, you know. Anyway, Tyler, you know, as shameless as Lewis is, you could have paid $100 and he still ain't answering that question the way that you want him to. It's carefree, Lewis. What do you expect? Most shameless guy in the whole planet. Sit down, Lewis. Right. Blues spent $1 billion. Chokers.
You spent half of that in one fucking window.
No lie
and you didn't rip your squad up for it.
The Joker is an Arsenal fan, I think.
Oh, you've spent $1 billion. And you've won nothing.
Over 6 years. You did it in 2 or a year and a half, 18 months.
I guess what? I got 1 trophy for each of those years, man. I did
something. If trophies are all what we're here to discuss, then you don't invite Arsenal until Arsenal wins the trophy. Like literally. Like don't have a conversation about the exactly. Like that's not the only reason we're here. Like
look, I was questioning a year ago.
No, but yeah, you haven't won a trophy because you spent $1 billion. Like if we keep resorting to that,
we were questioning why Jacob was here last season when they hadn't won anything. So
no, well, that was you. You were questioning. I'm saying if that's the case, then maybe this season the only people that should be speaking right this season should be you, Chelsea, Liverpool, Tottenham because they won a trophy. City and I should not be here because we didn't win anything last season. No, because of last season that we didn't win anything. This season we should not be on any
Your
panel
manager
shows.
told me I did win something last year.
What did you win last year?
Your manager told me I won the community.
What did you win last year? What did you win?
I won the community shield.
What did you win last year?
Oh my God, he just said you won the community shield. Big up to Jack who said 70% of your goals being set pieces unsustainable. I agree with that. Now, when you think about it, Pep is evil. Imagine immediately the season straight after we fall off and City win the league again before Arteta. Yo. Jack, we can't be giving up on October 20th, bro. Like, too early to give up and start choosing who we prefer to win the league. The way Hamza's moving, though, he's going to make it difficult to root for that shit club. And also, I'll never root for Man City anyway.
You're a damn liar.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't imagine a day where you're backing them to win anything.
Yeah, I'm backing City to win nothing, bro. I'll be honest, you guys hate Arsenal fans, do your thing, but I'm trying to back no Man City.
We got no beef.
If it was Spurs going for a league title, it would be my easiest support ever. But it ain't Spurs.
Yeah, you're gonna say you'd be fine with Arsenal winning it. Just wait until if
that
day ever.
This narrative says 70% of. Let me just quickly address that thing that this guy said, and I just pulled something up. No, just real quick, just so Chelsea's conversion rate of set pieces is 14.
No. See, I hate when you do that, Dial. You always bring someone else in. You always do that.
I'm addressing this because again,
but just deal with your own facts.
Absolutely, just deal with your point without.
I am dealing with my point. If you keep your mouth shut and listen with your ear, you will hear what I want to say. You will listen.
Do it without mentioning Chelsea. Let's see.
Again, there's other teams scoring more set pieces than us this season so far. So why is that an issue? Is what I'm asking you. So I want you to send a super chat answering.
No, this is the problem. Listen, no, Dial. The problem. No, I'll tell you why.
This season. So
Dial.
why Arsenal set pieces? The issue is my simple.
Dial. No, relax. It could be an issue with Chelsea as well. But the point is, he's bringing it up with regards to Arsenal. You speak on Arsenal. You always have to say.
You're not going to tell me how to answer a question. You're not my school teacher. You're not my mother. You're not my father.
You always bring some. You always snitch on other. You're a snitch.
Mind your. Listen. You want to talk about snitches?
You're Randall from Disney Recess. You're a snitch.
You want to talk about 115 charges? 100.
Randall is crazy.
Oh, now he's talking about 150.
You want to talk about that? Huh? Again, and it's understandable. I'm not even trying to diss set pieces or not. I'm saying even if that is how Chelsea are scoring, they don't have Palmer right now, so they're finding ways to put the ball in the back of the net. You can't blame a team from doing what they need to do. If a team is doing that, it is what it is. To say it's not sustainable is dog shit.
It's not
dog shit. Because right now, if it's 70%, then it's sustainable.
Dale,
if it's 70%, then it's sustainable.
Dale, the last 2 seasons, when you have scored a high percentage of your goal, when people say it's not sustainable, it's not sustainable.
How many goals did we score last season?
I have no idea. How many did you score?
I'll pull the table up for you so that you can see it.
I don't really care.
69 goals.
Yeah, I don't care
So
either.
The context of what we're
Yeah, we
talking
scored
about.
69 goals. How many were set pieces?
Dio, let me explain it to you in a way that you'll
You
understand.
only scored 69 goals.
Because Dio, when you were explaining about
so.
when you were explaining about player ratings before, you said you judge the player determined on guys at kind of like a different scale. So I'm judging Arsenal as title winners. So the scale I'm judging your ability to score goals with consistently and not from set pieces is versus title winners. So you can appreciate the scale.
Okay. 1-0.
It's different.
So let me give you.
Hold on, Dio. I'm judging you on a different scale to Chelsea, which is perfectly acceptable to you because I don't need to judge everyone from the same scale, right?
You missed the point totally. So let's look at last season's goals. We scored 69 goals. Only 18 of those were set pieces.
What?
I'm addressing Arsenal. I'm not talking about the other. You're asking to address Arsenal, so I'm addressing Arsenal. We scored 69 goals. 18 of them were set pieces. The question is, the rest of the goals, where did they come from? Did they come from set pieces or open play? Again, you can say it and write this narrative as much as you want to. It's not going to stick because the facts don't back. Facts don't care about your feelings and don't back what you're saying.
Narrative,
That's
Dio,
it.
my narrative is
the facts don't back your feelings.
That's all that matters for you right now. Are you going to win the league? That's all.
No, I've said that already. I've said Arsenal is winning the league.
What are you talking about?
The question you asked me, that was not the question you asked me. I was again, Jay. I was addressing the set piece issue, and I simply said, whatever anybody wants to say about set pieces, it doesn't make up 50% of our goals, and that's a lie.
It makes up 70%.
It doesn't. No, right now in the first 8 games, yes, but that's a small.
Yeah, so that's why it's unsustainable.
But last season, in total, we scored 69 goals. 18 of them were set pieces. So all that set piece narrative last season as well was bullshit because we scored more goals from open play. That's all I'm saying. It's bullshit.
The last few seasons are evidence it's unsustainable. I actually do agree with that to an extent. I think
bullshit. That's all I'm saying. So now you switch the question: are you going to win the league? Because
it's not BS.
It's very
guys, can I wrap up the stream? I've been getting cooked for 48 hours, bro. Fuck this. I'm trying to go lay
It's time for Dio to get cooked.
Yeah,
but what are you cooking me if I'm on top of the league? I'm on top of the table, man. What are you cooking? What are you cooking? What are you saying? You just lost your game. The reason you're at the bottom of the screen is because you lost. I should not even be talking to you today. You know, I was trying to avoid this whole Tottenham shit and that you're shit and you're crap. But every single time we're trying to talk about something that makes sense, you just want to butt it.
You were crying about trophies, saying if we want to talk about trophies,
I never cried about any trophy.
Now, a second later, you say, "Why am I talking to you? Because you lost this weekend." Be consistent, my brother.
No. Again, I address. You see, this is why I said you need to listen to understand and not just to respond, Jay.
Bro, I addressed
when I spoke about the trophy thing.
To pull you up on your hypocrisy.
When I spoke about the trophy thing, I was addressing what you said. I was addressing what you guys said. I said winning trophies. If winning trophies is the only yardstick, then you should not invite any team that has not won a trophy to panels. That's what I said. If winning trophies is the only yardstick we talk about football, if we're not going to talk about the game, the state of play, what the manager is doing, what players are playing like, if players are good or not,
then we can. It sounds like you don't want to talk about the game. It sounds like you want to talk about Chelsea having similar issues.
No,
you see what I mean?
I'm saying I simply because again
we spent $1 billion and we won 2 trophies.
Oh no, fair enough.
And that's what my main point was.
And that's what I said, Lewis. I agreed with you. I said, okay, if trophies is
my point was that the money that we've spent led to something. The money you spent.
And then Dio got all sensitive and said, if we're only going to talk about trophies, then Vader and myself don't need to talk.
Why is Vader pressing Dio? I don't get it.
I'm not pressing him. He's just inconsistent.
Again, Lewis, I said I agree with you that your money got you trophies and mine has not. I said, but if trophies is the end all and be all of the conversation on all these podcasts that we do, then don't invite teams that haven't won a trophy yet, regardless of what they spent. Wait till they win a trophy. Not you. I'm saying that. I was saying that as a general thing. I said because at the end of the day,
he just threw it out there for no reason.
No, at the end of the day, we're having a conversation on all you guys end up saying at the end of the day, oh, you haven't won a trophy. But you haven't won a trophy. But you haven't won a trophy, and I'm like, okay, if I haven't won a trophy, then don't invite Arsenal to any conversation until they win a trophy. If that is the end all,
that wasn't even the point I was making. I never said you shouldn't be here because you didn't win a trophy.
I'm saying that.
He's fighting in his own head, Lewis. He's fighting battles in his own head.
I'm saying that because Lewis, I'm saying that because when we're having conversations, instead of attacking the conversation, you guys end up saying, but you haven't won any trophies. And I'm like, okay, what are we?
No one said
that. That was the point of the money that you spent, not you.
Somebody put in the super chat. Let's start from here. Somebody put a super chat that said, "You spent $1 billion. Are you winning the league?" To Lewis, right? And then Lewis goes, "Yeah, I spent $1 billion, and my $1 billion, I've got 2 trophies, right?" And then Husam says that person is an Arsenal fan. Then Lewis goes, "But you've also spent $1 billion." And I said, "Well, over 6 years, you did yours in 18 months." Right?
Yeah, and that was the point is that's won me 2 trophies, and the $1 billion that you've spent has not won you a trophy.
And I said, okay, if that is the bottom line of the entire conversation, like, oh, you spent $1 billion. He said, are you winning?
Spending the money? Yes, because you spent money to win trophies.
The question was not, has your $1 billion won you trophy? He said, are you winning the league? Was the question in the super chat.
No, so that was the other super chat. That was the other super chat. That's not the one you're talking about. You're talking
about
guys,
let me just grab this one. We have to
full of the super chat.
That was the one before.
No, the one he said
is the one about me spending $1 billion and did not say anything about whether I'm winning the league or not. Was the one you're talking about?
That's the one.
Not the one before.
Lewis,
about whether I'm winning the league or not.
The super chat simply said, "You spent $1 billion. Are you winning?" Stop talking about it because
that was the one before that.
Husam, can you pull that super chat
up? No. I
can't because I scroll all the way up.
Let's go with this. Husam's got a new super chat.
That's a good super chat.
Is Klopp plotting a comeback behind the scenes? No, I don't think so. I think this is a conspiracy because this interview was already done even before a ball was kicked yesterday. They didn't do it after the game or something. They
did it before the season. He did it before the season.
Announced the interview on Friday, so regardless of the result, it was gonna get uploaded today.
So wait, the interview is what, a week old?
Yeah, I think it was 4 or 5 days ago now.
Okay, so 3 losses, not 4. This interview, and he kind of puts it out there that he would possibly, if he were to come back to the Prem, come back to Liverpool. It is valid.
He said it way more in a never say never attitude more than anything else. And by the way, he said this when he left. He was like, England, I'm never coming back unless it's Liverpool. Chelsea doesn't have their full attack. You have Eze, Gyökeres, Saka, and 70% of your goals are set pieces. You're not winning the league with this approach, is what Realme is saying. I agree with you despite all the bullshit you sent me on Snapchat. You fucking bum. Big up to Ed who says the set piece goals are going to fade away like Saka's hamstring. Well, that's not very nice, Ed. But thank you for the super chat. And finally, Dubs in the chat for US Gooners, who says, subscribe to all your channels. Love what you do. Arsenal has fixed their past season flaws. None of us, City, Liverpool, or Arsenal, are at full flow yet. When we all start cooking, who really wins the league? If everyone's cooking, Liverpool wins the league. If everyone is cooking. But the way that we're going, the stove is not even on. You have to put fire in the. You have to put little bit gasoline. You have to switch on the stove. You have to get the fire lighter. You have to do 100 different things, bro. You get me? But if everyone did like play at their best, basically, I think we win it because of the quality players that we have. Because it basically means Wirtz at his best, Salah at his best, Isak at his best, blah 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 at his best. If all these players are at their best, then we
that's because we can say the same for City.
Yeah, because he's basically saying full flow. So full flow, I've got to look at basically everyone.
If you're telling me full fitness, none of you.
No. But he's saying like if you're saying full flow, Husam, everybody does have somebody in their team that at full flow can easily win
the league. I'm gonna come for you, Lewis. You are gonna
have whatever, bro. If you want Chelsea fans to show chest, and then you can.
So are you saying that if Salah was at full flow and you're saying the same thing for? Are you saying the same thing for City? Will you say the same for City when it comes to Haaland and everybody that they have?
No, because City's nuclear weapon is already in full flow. Haaland.
No.
Okay.
No. Not yet.
Look at Real Me messaging me. Real Me, you're a fraud. You made a good point, but you're a fraud. I'm gonna fight you. This guy keep clipping me up and sending me clips. You see, you Real Me, and the rest of you Chelsea Bobs, we have beef. You get me? Let me handle first all my problems, and then I'll come back to you guys. You get me? Big up to you guys.
Didn't have him beef, so you were defending that terrorist Pochettino.
Anyway, guys, on that note, make sure you guys are liking, make sure you guys are subscribing. Go subscribe to all my brothers on the panel. You get me? Get Dio to 1K. We're going to redirect you over to Flawless. He's live on Sarcasm City TV. Go send him Husam Raid in his chat. I'm going to be there as well in his chat. Go send him Husam Raid. Big up to everyone who showed us love. Big up to everyone who showed support. Peace out. I'm out, man.